What's up, all you awesome gamers? I'm the Governor and your host of the sexiest and best damn podcast Tuesday nights, the Console Corner. Tonight is another really great show we have lined up for you. But first, on last week's show, we talked a little bit of news and a whole bunch of E3 predictions. Mike even had some awesome ones. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. On this week's show, we'll be talking about 343 putting the smackdown on Halo 3 rumors. Guys, it's not happening. I don't know why we keep doing this. Phantom Dust is free. Oh, and by the way, you can actually start downloading it now. Holy shit, it only took you all day, Microsoft. Development teams in a state of flux, Injustice 2 and the Surge impressions, plus a whole lot more. I can't wait to see what our panel and viewers think about this topics tonight. Please, everyone, make sure you're subscribed and following this great panel so you can stay up to date with whatever we're doing. If you could also hit that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And hey, while you're at it and you're down there clicking that like button, hit that bell notification so you can see whatever we got going on that's new for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into introducing our great panel of epic gamers for this week's show. First up, we have Lady Fox Fire. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I see you guys in the chat. Hello. And I feel like playing Forza right now, but I'm doing the podcast, so I gotta wait. But let's go.
Everybody's like, Luca's like, what is that on GKB's head? It's a hat. Like, nobody's seen a hat before? Come on.
What is a hat?
No,
What is that?
I can't see the beard.
If you look at it, it doesn't actually look like it looks like a beanie thing, really.
It's a camo hat. You can't see it.
It's a really old football helmet. A really, really old football helmet.
Right?
You would think so. It's mesh, so it could pass as that.
Everybody hating right now. Ridiculous. All right. Next up, we have Magic Mike. What's going on, dude? Finally get moved in.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I finally got moved in. I mean, my body is a wreck right now. I picked up an entire household worth of furniture and crap and moved it into another household within one day. That's an achievement unlocked. That's a rare achievement if I ever heard one.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And after all that hard work, I hope everybody out there has got them dollar bills ready to make it rain on Magic Mike while he dances his way into everybody's hearts, because that's what's going to be happening tonight.
Well, Crap says he wants a banana hammock sign from Mike. So.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
I'll take one of those, too. Next up.
I'm going to have to start my own eBay business now. All right.
Next up, we have Newf, who pisses off everybody, apparently. Well, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, I'm unemployed, fully annoyed, getting fat like Garfield the cat. Yeah, that's how we roll, ready to rock another week. It is good to be here. How is everybody in the chat? Thanks for hanging out with us. It's going to be another good show.
Awesome, bro. Next, we have the First Lady of Xbox, SheWulf.
You know, I can't even go first on Crap Show. This show, you put Fox first, and I'm always last.
Oh, first off, you used to host the show every other week, and then you said, no, I don't want to do it anymore. So you make me do it every week. So now you're going to be last.
Damn.
Fair is fair, girl.
No.
Fair is fair.
No.
Save
Not
the best for
allowed.
last.
Never. That's
I want to go last. I'll go last with SheWulf. I don't
I'm
mind.
not changing it, guys. Just not changing it. Not happening.
Wow. Well, it's fine. It's fine, people.
What's up, all you awesome people out there? What's up, Scrotums, Crap, Timodos 2. Who else we got out here?
Luca.
Luca,
Phantom.
We got
making fun of my
Luca.
hat. What's up, Phantom? Everybody
I
else we missed.
love you guys.
Gunstar and all you guys.
Honestly, GKB, I thought you had one of those fucking Marcus Phoenix do-rags on at first. I couldn't really tell until you
I
turned
think
your
you
head
said that
sideways.
last time, like when I had the black hat on, too. I think you said that.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that
I'll
you're
take
not
that
wearing the
compliment.
Joker's face. That's what's
Yo,
really...
I got the Joker shirt on, bro. Come on.
The funny thing is you can only
100%.
see half of his face because we fixed the camera, so now you
Yeah.
can only see half his face.
In case anybody didn't know, Injustice 2 has come out today. That's why we got all the DC stuff out here right now.
Shameless plug, if you want to see a live stream and watch it get frozen and fucked up, go
Dang.
check out my stream. It did, right at
Right
the
now.
end. It
Yeah, it did. You were so
Sorry
proud.
for
shut down-
anybody that's wearing headset right now.
Oh,
She
I'm
just
so
blew
sorry.
their fucking ear.
I'm so sorry, people.
It's okay. No worries.
Did somebody say something?
Yeah. What?
No.
Now he's deaf.
Yeah. Hey, it crashed my Xbox. I'm
Yeah, it
allowed to
did.
be pissed.
Everyone in the chat, on Twitter, wherever you are, get us your questions. So at the end of the show, hopefully we'll have time to answer them. We've been running kind of late on the shows lately. We just get into some crazy topics and just want to talk forever. So a couple of quick things I want to throw out to everybody. If you want to help out the show and help us out every week, we're going to be throwing up like a donate link to our stream jar so you guys can help us out. Also, SheWulf and I, for like the last year, have been going back and forth with like Patreon and all that kind of stuff. Let us know in the comments below if you guys want to see like a Patreon kind of thing. What we're trying to do really is get away from the whole ads thing on the channel and the videos and all that kind of stuff. We really don't like that model. We want to move away from that kind of stuff. Everything you guys donate and everything goes back into the channel, so it's not like we're making any money or anything off of it. So just let us know. Give us some feedback and all that kind of good stuff. With that being said, let's get into my favorite topic of the week, and that's what we've been playing. Guess what, guys? Spoiler, I haven't been playing Diablo 3. I've been playing some other games. Oh, yeah.
What?
Wait,
what?
That's a lie. That's a lie. He was playing Diablo 3 last week.
Maybe one day, but mostly I haven't been playing it.
Really?
I think the hat's too tight. It must be cutting off circulation to your brain there. You're not playing Diablo 3?
No, that's a lie because you bugged me 3
One
days in a
time.
row. No.
Yeah,
nice
she
try.
called you out.
3 days in a row. You're like, when I get home, I want to play. There was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
And we literally
all
played
last
for like
week.
a little bit of time, and
You still
we
made
moved
me
on.
play.
I said I play a little bit.
You still played a lot.
Oh my gosh, SheWulf. Whatever. Fox, what you been up to? What you been playing?
Well, of course, you guys already know. We played Forza, Hot Wheels, and Game Time, so that was pretty fun. That was awesome. So shout out to those guys who joined. They missed you, obviously. So
We got in
yeah, that
trouble
was
by
pretty fun.
Fox.
And then
Fox yelled at us a lot.
no,
it
I
was
just
Mother's
texted you, and I was
Day
like, "Are
and
you
we
guys
were
alive?" And you
home.
said yes. You guys were out, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." But then I played again some Forza yesterday with Tim and Blue, and that was really fun because it was different. It was co-op instead of just like going against each other or competitively, so that was fun. And of course, Gears. I played some Gears. I was on Crappy's team. We went against Zaire's team, so that we got smacked around a little bit, but whatever. I still, I called out Z and I was like, hey, you want to 1v1 one day? You know, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
Nice.
But Gears has been acting up a little bit, so I haven't been playing as much as you guys would think because it's been messing up online. So fix your shit, Bill Gates. Fix your shit.
Yeah, fix that shit.
But yeah, that's about it. Just Forza and Gears.
Nice. Yes, Phantom, I am rocking the Reds. It's really good. I love Reds.
My neck looks so
I like
bare
Angry
on
Orchard better, but-
screen. My stone broke
Cute.
today.
Oh my gosh. Here we
Do you know I've had that thing since I was 14 years
Yes,
old,
I saw
and
the
it
tweet.
broke today. It fell. I freaking. It was
your
I guess
fault.
tucked in a shirt or something. I grabbed the shirt to put it in the laundry, and the like my necklace went flying across the thing, and it just shattered. I was like, "Are you kidding
You
me?"
broke it.
Oh, if I had unpacked my violin already, I would. Play
Oh
it
yeah,
for
that's
you.
what I'm talking about, Mike. Hell
Why?
yeah.
I figured you would do the like
Cold-blooded.
smallest violin in the world or whatever the hell it is. Yeah.
I can't make that joke
Thanks
without a
for-
camera on now.
Yeah, well,
Like, you know,
thanks
my
for
two
insulting
fingers
me.
are
I
up
really
there.
appreciate it.
Moving on. What's up, dude?
Well, I
What you
had
been
a-
playing, dude?
Oh,
I had
man,
a pair of black Fruit of the Looms I wore so long they're now see-through. Crazy shit, huh? I've just been playing Mass Effect, trying to also conquer and get through Resident Evil 7, some Mario Kart 8. Picked up NBA Jam today out of the backwards compatibility sale. We'll talk about that later on, but I never picked that one up before, but that's great throwback to the oldies, and just a variety of stuff, man. I keep adding games to that backlog,
Same here.
which is it's cool that I have that many games, but it's also depressing to see the pile picking up and knowing that I'm going to be an old geezer by the time I get some of these started. So crazy stuff. And people say we got no games. Well, I don't know what the hell platform they're playing on, but I sure as hell got enough games, especially with 3 platforms. So yeah, so I've been playing lots of stuff, man. It's good times.
Nice. What's up, Rafael Gutierrez and Death Mobile? How you guys doing? Mike, what you been playing?
Man, I've been playing a lot of the Forza Hot Wheels, or I almost called it Forza Wheels. Hot Wheels DLC for Forza Horizon 3. It's fantastic. I love it. I've been enjoying every moment that I've had with it. And other than that, I've been playing some Mortal Kombat X. The Doug Podcast guys are doing a tournament right now, and I've been surprisingly moving further forward than I ever expected that I would. So, yeah, I guess we got the final round coming up against me and All Day. That's the next round. I don't think that's scheduled yet, but it's going to be some fun times.
Nice, bro. What about you, SheWulf?
Played Injustice 2 today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
I did play Diablo 3 last week. Also, I know I played something else. I was playing something else. But I have no idea what.
Okay.
I was sick last week, so I don't really I didn't do a whole lot last week. I was pretty,
She blacked out.
No, I didn't black out. I was just sick. Like I had like a stomach flu that our
She was
son
blackout
gave us.
drunk. She forgot everything.
Yeah, 'cause
Damn.
that's what it was.
Called you out.
Wow.
Did you try the Forza, SheWulf?
No, actually I didn't.
She hates Forza.
Man.
I don't hate Forza.
She hates racing games.
That is definitely worth trying, though. Like, that is about as close as you can get to, say, Mario Kart in a sort of semi-realistic setting. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Like just the way the light comes through the tracks and everything. It looks freaking amazing.
Doing the loops and everything, and the turbo things are awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. What have I been playing? I played the Forza Hot Wheels DLC. I played The Surge. Fantastic. Love that game. Played Injustice 2 today. That's fantastic. The campaign is fucking awesome. I love it. Feels like the first one, but much better. We'll talk about that later. And I played some Diablo 3. Yes, SheWulf said I played a couple of days, so I'm going to say I played a couple of days. I don't think it was that long, but Diablo 3 is life.
Is there a time counter? Because
No. Trying to get all my characters, okay? What do you want from me? I got to put the time in. But yeah, that's what I've been playing, so good times. I had a blast. So let's go ahead and get into the first topic, everybody. As I stated in the intro, I don't know why 343 has to keep doing this, but the community manager came out again and was like, oh my god, people, it's not a thing. Just knock it off already. So they came out and look, Halo 3, Halo 2, all that kind of stuff, it's over. It's not happening. There's no Halo this year. They're not even showing off Halo 6. They've already stated that too at E3. So no Halo this year.
Oh my
except for
god.
Halo
Oh my
1.
god,
No,
Halo's
but-
dead. Oh my god. No.
It's
no!
over. They killed the Master Chief.
But it's because because they said there will be something, but not Halo 6. Everyone assumed, or not everyone, because there's a lot of people who didn't actually assume that, but quite a bit of people assumed that, oh my god, that means it had to be Halo. Like,
Yeah, but they said multiple times.
343 can work on other things other than Halo, people.
But they said multiple times, like
no, I
in
know.
publication, that it's not happening.
No, I understand that, but the fact that they come out, like 343 comes out and says, hey, you know, we're not going to be having Halo 6. We will have something, but it's not Halo 6. Of course, the first thing everyone's going to jump to is Halo Anniversary, because people seem to think that 343 can't do anything else but Halo. Like, I'm
Well,
sure it's
some
going to be
people-
Halo related, I'm sure, but...
Yeah, some people are saying Halo Wars 2 DLC or something like that.
That makes sense.
I heard. Yeah.
What if it's that Lego game or whatever the heck it was? That
Mega
was
Bloks!
leaked? Yeah,
Do
what if it's
it!
the Mega
Do
Bloks that
it!
was leaked? And they're like, oh, guess what? It actually got a good review, so we're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, they could. Not saying they will, but you never know. They may turn around and be like, hey, we got such good feedback, because it is kind of odd. Like, doesn't anyone think it's a little odd that they leaked that and then nothing came of it? Like, I don't know.
To Mocha Smiley in the chat, have you finished the season in D3 on your character yet? I'm almost done with the season achievements and the journey and all that kind of stuff. I'm working on it. I think I'm on the last two. So, yeah, I'm almost done. Sorry, back to 343 and Halo.
I gave my opinion.
Anybody else want to chime in?
Well, I'll just quickly say, sorry, Mike. I'll just quickly say that, yeah, I don't think it's coming, but at the same time,
Mega
while
Blocks.
343 can say they are not bringing out a Halo 3 game, that doesn't necessarily mean that someone who didn't help with one of the Halo
Newf
games
keeping it
as a
alive.
multiplayer, wouldn't have it. But look, if just say, if by just some weird chance they did have it, like, great. But you know what? If they didn't, who cares? Because we played the game. It's still on the Master Chief Collection.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going to cry over it if it isn't. If it is, it's just a bonus. But I personally don't think so. I think they're moving on. They have better time and resources to spend on other franchises, and so yeah, I wouldn't get your hopes up. But I think there is some really cool news coming, and like you guys are saying, to do something different with Halo, like the Mega Bloks, would make total sense. Plus, I think it would sell like crazy because, I mean, if you look at it now, there's so many toys out there now. Like, Halo is a universal brand. It's more than just a game now, and it appeals to the adults, the people who grew up on the franchise, but it also appeals to younger gamers who may not have ever even played the Halo games. They just like the toy lines and stuff like that. So who really knows? Something's coming, but what it is, I don't know, but like I said, if Halo 3 does not come out, I'm not going to cry over it. It is what it is.
Cool. What about you, Mike?
Well, no, I think Newf pretty much nailed it there. We've got Halo 3 in the Master Chief Collection. It's running at 60 frames per second. It's got the 1080p resolution. It's already been ported over to the Xbox One ecosystem, and it's available for people to purchase and play. If they come out with an anniversary edition, honestly, how many people are going to buy the Halo 3 anniversary? Now, I'm sure there's going to be a devoted fan base that's going to buy it, but is that going to be enough when, everybody that bought the Master Chief Collection, the year after the Xbox One came out, they've already got Halo 3. I don't see a lot of people rebuying that again. If they were to come out with some sort of DLC for the Master Chief Collection that was like an updated Halo 3 anniversary, that I think would be a better option. Sell it as like $20 DLC. That's going to get a lot more interest. But coming out with a standalone game, I don't think that's happening. But like Newf said, 343, just because they said they're not making it, that doesn't mean somebody else isn't. So, I don't think that all hope is lost, but I think there are smarter ways to go about releasing it than doing a standalone version.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Give me Halo Kart Racer or give me death.
I love a kart racer. I totally would love a kart racer.
They're better off making a brand new Halo and putting their resources into that and making it look fantastic for the Scorpio, using the 4K assets and using the great textures and really having a showcase Halo game instead of just going back and saying, hey guys, here's Halo 3 with 4K up-res and stuff like that. You want something that's going to blow people away, and the next Halo game, it has to really set the benchmark because there's so many disappointments with 5 that 6 just has to nail it, knock it out of the park. So they're going back and spending all their time with Master Chief, so that's fantastic. But they got to get Halo 6 right.
Yeah. What's up, Cyber? Star Targaryen.
We
Daz.
got Blue in the chat.
What's up, Blue? What's up, Alan Savage?
We got Gunny.
Smiley.
I know he's been there
Gunny.
for a bit, so I figured I'd say hi.
What's up, Gunny? Appreciate everybody rocking out with us. Over 102 watching right now. You guys are fucking awesome. We love you guys. Thank you so much. With that, let's go ahead and get into the next topic. So Square Enix is going to let go of IO Interactive. And I was reading, I think they're going to be retaining the Hitman IP, which I would kind of almost be obvious at this point because it'd be a hard sell to get rid of that studio without any IPs or anything like that, or anybody picking it up.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about them letting go with IO Interactive? I thought those guys were doing good. I don't understand the let them go.
No, it really surprised me because I thought Hitman, granted, there was a crowd of people that hated on the last Hitman because it was episodic, but episodic content seems to be the wave of the future. So I never had a problem with it. I figured if it's a good game, I'll get it when all the episodes are out. No skin off my back. And I thought it did pretty well. I never heard that it wasn't selling up to expectations or didn't make any money or anything like that. So I'm really surprised
though with the whole episodic thing. I thought they had one of their financial meetings, and I thought that it was actually doing well, and they were considering doing it in other IPs and stuff. So
yeah, it makes sense. It keeps the game fresh for so much longer than the first 3 or 4 weeks after it comes out. You get that new episode 2 or 3 months later, everyone's talking about that game again. So. Yeah, episodic content for a single-player game like Hitman, I think that makes sense, and I'm really surprised about this news. It just, it was kind of a shock.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm going to have to jump in and disagree because I think episodic content totally fucking sucks. Bottom line. Because when I want to play a game, I want to play the whole package. To me, I think it may work for some games. I can kind of get where Telltale gets away with it, but I mean that's technically an indie title. It's done in small doses. But for me, for example, if I really enjoyed the first part of Hitman, I don't want to sit there and wait another few months to kind of get the next best part of that game because it's technically was always meant to be a AAA sort of title. And by the time, say, the second piece of DLC or whatever comes out, the next episode, I might have moved on to 3 or 4 other different games and have no interest in going back to Hitman. It's going to work for some people. I get why they tried it, but I think at the same time as well, it also alienates some of the fans because they're not getting the whole deal. They're just getting a taste of the game in chunks, and I can't imagine doing Gears of War in that same sense.
Oh, that'd be terrible. I totally agree with you with the episodic.
Why would Hitman do it?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. With a AAA game like Hitman and all that kind of stuff, I didn't want the episodic thing. I was just stating on their financial call, it actually did better than I thought it would, because I thought it would just crash and burn, but obviously not.
But you know why I think some people like maybe IO took a chance on episodic content, because I think they wanted to get the game out and they didn't have the game fully complete, and that's a great way to test your market, because essentially if the first part say does really well, they kind of get feedback from it and they go, okay, well this done, you know what I mean, and then they can decide how much effort and much finances they put into the rest of it, and if it flops, they go, okay, well, it's really sucking. Nobody wants this product. Should we even go ahead with the next part? Because it's not like they've committed themselves to saying we're going to have this many episodes. Now, if you do, you're committed to the fans. But if you just say it's an episode, you don't know if it's going to cut off at 1, 2, 3, 4. It could go on until 10 if the thing sells like gangbusters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I think there's a lot of like news and stuff when it came to Hitman, not only with the episodic stuff, but you had to always be online to play it and stuff. That stuff kind of confused a lot of people. So I think with Hitman, it was the true fans that bought it, and I mean, I'm glad if it did well for them. But at the same time, Square does have crazy expectations for the way their games sold. I think I've heard them say it before with other titles where they sold like 5 million, and they were like, it didn't do that good. And I was like, what? So they have crazy expectations for what they want or what they see. And maybe this also is linked to the whole single player thing. That games that are single player, you know, they just drop off. People don't talk about them. They play them once, and they let them go, you know?
Right.
So maybe that's all kind of linked together, and they want to see some extreme change. But at the same time, yeah, I think that when it comes to their sales, they're not happy with their sales at all. Like, I don't even think they were happy with Tomb Raider. Microsoft was, but I don't think Square was at all.
I don't know how, man. Like, Tomb Raider is such a good game.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Frodo? Space Cat, Evil. Sorry, guys, I'm doing all these shout-outs. I know, messing up the show. But we love the fans. We love you guys.
Oh my god, shout out your sink and your toilet.
I will.
You guys,
I'll do them all.
You guys
I will do all the
guys.
toilets. I swear, I will. Okay. But yeah, it's a
funny.
bummer. Like, I hope they get picked up by somebody. I don't know. I see rumors around Microsoft and all this other kind of stuff. I don't know about any of that. If they do, that's cool. I think Hitman's a pretty good IP to pick up. So we shall see.
I had more fun playing Mini Ninja. That's an old ass game they did back on the 360.
Yeah, holy cow.
Oh, I love that game. Mini Ninjas.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That shit was adorable.
So let's move on to another studio almost getting the axe. They really didn't get the axe. They got moved around. But I don't think EA was very happy with the reception of Mass Effect Andromeda either. So they shifted all the employees to start working on other stuff, and Mass Effect currently is on hold until further notice. What do you guys think?
How's it on hold?
Ouch.
It's already out.
Well, the next one, they're like usually they go right into production on the next game. You know?
Yeah, you would think they would have done 3 in a row and then stopped. But damn, that's
Yeah.
harsh.
That's pretty harsh. Again,
Yeah.
like another. I mean, yeah, sure, it had bugs and all this other kind of stuff, and people were doing like crazy montages with all these weird things happening that really didn't happen to one person. It was just multiple people. So they blew it out of proportion a little bit, and I understand like. Yeah, it was buggy. It had some weird issues and all that kind of stuff. But really, I had fun playing it. I didn't notice it. I noticed it at first, but then as I started playing the game, that kind of just went away, and I just enjoyed the narrative and all that kind of stuff. So, again, I don't know where this is coming from either. It's kind of a weird one.
Not
No,
really.
it's sad. I love the Mass Effect series, and I really enjoy Andromeda. I haven't finished it yet. I'm still enjoying it. Like what you were saying, GKB, even with all the glitches and everything going on, it's still a very enjoyable game. It got more hate in the current social media world that we live in than any of the previous Mass Effects. But go back and look at any of the first 3 and tell me they didn't have any weird bugs or strange things. And even the bugs that Andromeda has, it doesn't happen on every single playthrough to every single person at this one specific part. It's hit or miss. I haven't experienced any game-breaking ones. I know people that have, and that really sucks to have to delete a save and start all over if you have like 20 or 30 hours into the game. But, I mean, to me, the game is still enjoyable, and I hope that it gets a sequel because, again, I haven't finished it yet, but I have a feeling that it's not going to give an ending that's going to have like a lot of closure. I think it's going to, lead into the next one, which, a Mass Effect game should.
Yeah, but are we surprised though? Like, the media pulls apart games so badly now that it really, a lot of casual gamers, they look towards the media to see what they're saying about games and whether or not they should buy them or even give them a chance nowadays. And for them picking apart like pretty much every game that comes out to the extent where they're
It's
like,
cool to be
no, No, oh my God, it has too much sand. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Like, what was it? Gears was you pressed A too many times?
Yeah.
So, but casual gamers don't understand that's the game. They don't understand, like, a lot, like, they see the social media and they see their scores and they're like, oh my God, I'm not going to spend my money on that. You know, there's some issues. So a lot of people wait for sales, which then hurts the game in the long run. And Mass Effect is no different. It came out. It had it, regardless of whether they tried to fix it.
Yeah, but do you still like when you look at like Mass Effect? Okay, before you even knew like the game had like crazy bugs or whatever, I still think it's over exaggerated. But like when it came out, I think it still sold off the name alone to even warrant another game. So I don't know where this is coming from with EA. It's a B team. It's not like the A guys or whatever like that. But I still think they did a good enough job to warrant another game. I want to say actually, like on my perspective, I think it's more of EA is pushing out a lot of Star Wars games. Maybe it did underperform as compared to the other three, but I still think it performed well. But they just needed all these people to go onto these other projects to get them out.
Well, but at the same time, though, a lot of games nowadays, like, it seems to be getting harder to get your game out to sell it at the best possible game that you're selling to people. And no matter what we say, the social media and everything else, the way that they talk about all these games is still hurting them in the long run, which is then making developers and, producers and everyone else that is working around these games, and they're like, all right, so is this more beneficial for me to make another one of these, or is it more beneficial to turn around and start a new project? So they may start it next year. They may just take a break and start it next year and say give it only a 2-year progress instead of a 3-year progress. Like there's a lot that, I'm sure game developers take into consideration that, okay, it didn't sell as great as they thought it was going to, but if we take a year off and start a different project and then say next year, take 2 years to create the next Mass Effect. Like, that's the other thing. The resources may allow them to create the game in a less time.
And that's why this news hasn't really, it hasn't broken, my heart when it comes to Mass Effect, because like you said, we don't need games on an every other year basis. I mean, look at Assassin's Creed. It had to take a year off because they were coming out too frequently and people were getting burnt out.
Man.
True.
If the people that made Mass Effect need to go and work on other projects to help fill some gaps so that other games hit their launch dates on time, that's perfectly fine, as long as they're not saying, no more Mass Effect. This game was, people hated on it because this one girl's smile looked like crap, so now we're not going to ever make another game again. I don't think that's the case.
No, that's
if
not.
anybody
But see, that's my point, though. Like, they don't have to, just because they said they're not working on another one right now, it doesn't mean there isn't going to be another one.
There's no way that they're not going to make another Mass Effect game.
But unfortunately, we live in a society where it's cool to hate the popular thing. So whether it's your console only doing 900p instead of 1080p, or games graphics don't live up to the potential. I mean, I'm hearing all sorts of hate for Sea of Thieves online. Oh, look at the graphics. They look like shit. They look like they came from last gen. And you're just like, well, that's because they're stylized graphics, idiot. They're supposed to look that way. But anyway, I don't want to get off topic here. But bottom line, some people, I think, secretly don't like the game or didn't like it as much because it didn't continue with the story of Shepard. As far as I'm concerned, being a big Mass Effect fan, going right back to the original game, I don't know how anybody can't like this game because it improved on the old games in so many ways. Yeah, did they miss the mark in some spots? Absolutely. But you have to remember, this is the first Mass Effect on new-gen hardware, so the development cycle was very long because they had to switch completely over. They had to switch to the Frostbite engine. There was a lot of... I'm not trying to make excuses, but, I mean, these type of games, they're super... I would imagine they're super hard and super time-consuming to make. And, again, the people spent... that poor company had to spend the first month damage controlling shit because of animations and because of a couple of small minor glitches and shit like that.
And they had a patch out really fast, too.
Yeah, and about that, apparently that girl or whatever who was an animator or something, which I think was all bullshit or blown out of proportion. But, I mean, they should have been just celebrating the fact that the game came out. It came out in a reasonable time frame. And that overall, it was solid. Yeah, maybe not quite the game we all hoped it was going to be, but technically there really is nothing wrong with the game. I mean, I've been playing it now for hours. I love the fucking thing. It's great. It's immersive. It's got so much to do. The graphics are nice. I don't know, man. That's just where I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Stark, the Nomad was awesome to drive. Sorry, Fox, go ahead.
No, it's okay. But yeah, you can't deny the fact that hearing this news like this, even if the team is going to work on something else and they're coming back, just hearing that as true fans, it does suck to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I'm not one of those people. I'm kind of like, oh, okay, well, I'm still gonna play this game. That's not gonna stop me from playing this game. But if I heard that about Gears, that would bum me out because that's my favorite. So that would like make me question like, what are they doing? What's going on over there? You know? So yeah, it does suck for the true fans. They're looking forward to the next one and probably already beat this one.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't know. To me, like it's kind of a bummer. Again, I don't think Mass Effect is like done as an IP or a franchise. They're gonna come out again. I think it's more of EA's got to shift some stuff around. It underperformed a little bit to them compared to the other ones, and they gotta get all these Star Wars games out. I think they have a shit ton they're working on. So
yeah, true.
So, we'll see. All right, but let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here, and I want to talk about some Phantom Dust. I'm gonna rant a little bit. Microsoft, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you guys come out and say this game's going to be free, and then you come out and being like, we can't really, it's hard to give away a free game. I don't understand this. This is what you guys do day in and day out. I'm going to cut you slack a little bit because it's a free game, and I understand.
Harder than it looks.
But come on, guys. This is like, you guys are fucking up all the time.
Comes out and says it's harder than we thought.
They do it 4 times a month.
I know. Games with gold. Like, exactly, bro. Like, how can you guys not get this right?
But it's not even just that. There's been other times where they've given away free games just to give away free games. Like, look what they did with The Witcher when they released all
Witcher
those
2.
for free. Like, you're telling me you can't come out and just release our free game? Like,
yeah. I mean, you can now. Like, people are downloading it. You can install it and all that stuff now. I think it's like right when we started the show.
Yeah, Phantom tried to put the link in, but
jeez, oh my god. I think it's a fantastic gesture on Microsoft's part, like giving this game away for free. I thought it was probably going to be like $10-15 or whatever for.
Oh yeah, 15. That's what I thought for sure.
They dropped it for free for everybody, but damn, Microsoft, get your shit together, guys.
It's free, but you gotta wait until now. You're good. You're good now.
I guess it's still today, so it was just way longer than it should have been. But
definitely, everybody's been waiting since this morning for sure. It sucks, but at the same time, I mean, yay, it's back. Welcome back. You know.
Welcome back.
I guess it literally was a phantom dust in the system.
Say that again, Newf? Sorry, I missed that.
I said, I guess it literally was a phantom dust in the system. We just couldn't find it.
Yeah, everybody was looking for it. Like, freaking out all day about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bummer. But now you can get it. I think it looks cool. I'm kind of glad they're giving it away for free because, honestly, I probably wouldn't buy it because I don't think it's that much of an upgrade to spend money on it. Maybe they thought that, too. They were just like, oh, here you go for free. But yeah, what were you going to say, Mike?
No, I was going to say I completely agree with that. Like, this was a game that, it's awesome that they're bringing back an OG Xbox game and they're porting it. I mean, that's the best thing I can call it as a port because they're not really remastering it in any way whatsoever. But the fact that they're giving it away for free, if they hadn't given it away for free, there's no chance in the hell I would have paid money for it. Right. But now that they're giving it away for free, hey, I'm interested in it, and I'm going to give it a shot and give it a go, see what happens.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to download it, but I probably won't play it.
It'd be interesting if they're running analytics in the background to see how much people are engaged with this game if they play it for hours on end, and then that could help, justify in a budget meeting, like, hey, let's make a new Phantom Dust because look at how much people are playing the last one that we just brought over.
Mike, you son of a bitch, you're reading my mind. I was about to say something along those lines. Like, this is a fantastic way to not only, one, temporarily shut up a lot of people that bitched and complained about JRPGs on Xbox, even though it is an older title. But, hey, at least you got one. And second of all, it's free, and you can never really beat free. And thirdly, like you were saying, Mike, and this is what I was going to touch on, this is a great way maybe to even just see what kind of traction a game like this gets on the Xbox. And if lots of people are downloading and playing it, then maybe that green light's a sequel, perhaps, or something like that. So you never know. But good move on Xbox's part, guys.
Yeah, I think to Raphael's point in the chat, I hope I think this is like part of the reinvigorate maybe some of those old OG Xbox titles too, to maybe bring some of those back as well. If it does do well, people like it in engagement.
Well, also like around everywhere, people were saying nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this. Well, now it's there for free. So, how many of you are actually gonna go play it?
I already said like I'll download it, but
There's
I'm probably
gonna
not
be
gonna play it
a lot of
anytime
people who are gonna play it now because of the fact it's free.
Yeah,
Okay. You say that.
it's free, and I never played it before, even though I've seen
But-
a lot of gameplay stuff about it. So I would try it.
Do you think it's because Voodoo Vince didn't do as good as they thought it was going to when they released that one? Even though that
No,
was a
I
remaster?
think they must already have this plan to be free. Well, actually, because they ran into so many problems,
I
maybe
was
you've
gonna
got
say,
a
are
point
you
there.
sure about that?
Yeah, I'm taking
It's
that
kinda
back.
like-
I'm taking
If they
that
already
back.
knew it was going to be free, but then couldn't make it free
Ben,
this morning,
we
it's
screwed
been
up on the sequel or
all
the remake
day.
or whatever. Here's the remaster for free.
I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know what SheWulf was talking about. Voodoo Vince is amazing in Phil Spencer's heart. That's all that matters.
Wow. I don't have hate for Voodoo Vince. I'm just saying.
No, I'm kidding,
It
I'm
wasn't
kidding.
as, it sold, but there was still a lot of people who were like, no, it's an old game. I don't need
No,
to go
no,
back
you're
and
right.
play that. So, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
when
I
they
agree.
announced, Phantom Dust, everyone's like, nobody asked for this. Why are we getting this? Though there was a lot of people that asked for this, and that's what I'm think is kind of funny. But
I'd be willing to bet you that Voodoo Vince probably sold more copies on Xbox One than it ever did on the OG Xbox.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure.
I would agree. Also, it's a play anywhere title too, so you can play it on your PC if you want to. So
what,
There you go,
Phantom Dust?
GKB.
yeah. What? What I
You
do?
can play it on PC, bro.
Yeah,
Also,
man.
it's crossplay too, doesn't it?
I don't know if it's crossplay or not, but I know it's play anywhere.
I don't think so. I didn't see that in the trailer. I saw Play Anywhere.
I was messing around
I
with
heard
Fall
there's
in the in Discord, and he was like, "You better watch out, bro. You're gonna blow up your computer running that thing on 4K." I was like, "I'll let you know, man." But like I said, it's a good gesture by Microsoft. I think they just got to work out with these bugs with all these release things and all this other kind of stuff. Like E3 is right around the corner. The Scorpio launch, they're promising that's going to be flawless. Like, this doesn't like relate to me that it's going to be flawless, guys. I'm sorry. Come on, get it together. But
Maybe they're devoting all their resources to the Scorpio launch, and that's why these things are slipping through the cracks.
I mean, I guess that could be. I don't know.
I guess that's a reach. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
It just proves that it's the internet and anything can happen.
That's true. I mean, but it shouldn't happen to them.
It shouldn't, but it
They
does.
do this day in and day out. But anyway, let's move on. Let's go ahead and talk about some Phil Spencer and how he hates the console war. Thank you, Phil Spencer, for freaking putting this out there. Console war is fucking stupid, people. Like, I don't know why this is a thing. I don't know why we gotta hate on each other because of a piece of plastic we play on. But it's stupid. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's
I
exhausting.
really don't want to get into this topic.
Yeah, SheWulf did
Well,
not want to talk about this.
No,
the
'cause
worst
it's
thing-
Stupid.
The worst thing about the console war is that people will say that a game is crap or a game is
And
great
they haven't even played
just
it.
because it's an exclusive. Exactly. They haven't even played it. This game is only coming out for one system. I don't support that one system, so therefore that game is crap without even really looking into it. And that I think is wrong. I think that don't worry so much about what console the game is only available on, but judge the game by its own merits. Don't say that because this is a PlayStation game or this is an Xbox game or this game's only on PC or this game's only on Nintendo, so that means it's a kiddie game. Like, we hear that all the time. Nintendo games are made for kids, and that's not always the case. Like, Breath of the Wild, I wouldn't say that's a kid's game. Like, everybody loves that game.
Yeah.
So to that aspect where you judge a game based off of the piece of plastic that you play it on, that I think needs to stop. If you want to support one brand over another, I don't see anything wrong with that.
But that's being
But
a fan,
don't-
though. That's
Right, being a fan is perfectly great, but being like a console warrior who is just going to trash everything that one manufacturer does because of the name that's plastered on that piece of plastic, I think that's a practice that needs to end, because whether it's a PlayStation game or an Xbox game, if the game is good, I'm going to be interested in it. I don't
Exactly.
care where it plays on. I have a preferred system that I like to play on, but I'm not going to say that Horizon Zero Dawn was a piece of crap because I don't have a PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't remember back in the 80s going over to my buddy's house when he had VHS and somebody else had beta and going, hey, you got a Betamax here, fucking loser.
exactly like even with like Sorry, dude. Like even with like car wars and shit, like you don't roll up to a guy in a Chevy and be like, "Fuck you, Chevy! I hope you die." Blah blah blah. No, that doesn't happen. Like,
But you do rev your engine though. I mean, obviously.
I mean-
Okay. Well, then here's a good example. Me and GKB was talking about this earlier. Like for football, everyone's against. Like your two teams are obviously against each other. But when someone gets hurt on the field, everyone's not laughing at it. Like the other team is not laughing at whoever got injured
No,
from
they're
the other
concerned.
team. They're all considerate, and they wait to see if he's okay.
And that's the other thing is like Phil was mentioning too is like I think it's kind of funny like he's like yo the industry is not like that on the inside, like everybody's like pretty cool with each other. They even sent like him like the collector's edition to Horizon Zero Dawn and all that kind of stuff. Like I mean
Those
that's
bastards.
just a dude like and I just find it funny like we're all out there just like going nuts and going crazy over like just a fake console war, and they're all probably just like laughing at us like look at these people, man, like what is going on? Like
But like I said on Xbox Nation, it's drama. People like drama, and people like to see. Okay, behind a computer, you can say whatever the hell you want, and there's no consequences. Especially with Twitter, like Twitter can be so goddamn stupid. People give out personal information, death threats, everything, and guess what? Twitter, you fucking suck because you do nothing when someone reports them. Like they don't even block their accounts. So really, like they can do whatever they want and keep doing it because of the fact the internet allows it. And
yeah, I mean, I think being a passionate fan of something is fantastic. I think having a healthy debate about things like video games, consoles, and all that stuff is also a good thing. But I think when you get to that line where it's like, all right, now I'm just going to bash this dude just because he likes a certain preference and all that kind of stuff.
Or when you tell somebody to commit suicide because they don't
Oh my
like
God.
the system that you
I
game
hate
on,
that.
like that's the most childish thing I've ever seen online.
Yeah.
yeah,
and,
we're
and
adults,
at the end of the
people
day-
grow the hell up.
There's two reasons that I think a lot of people do it. One is because people need to constantly validate their purchase. When you go out and you spend $300 or $400 on a console, and especially if you only own one, you always want to feel like you made the right choice. And somehow, whether it's watching a podcast or talking to your friends, you're always trying to looking for that validation as to why I made the right call or the right choice. And the other side is, I think I forgot what I was going to say here, but. Yeah, but I totally again. It's just so dumb. It's kind of like again, you go back to SheWulf pointed out with the sports teams. For example, how many times have we ever hated on, say, another sports team because they have an athlete or somebody who excels and is just amazing? And we're like, that guy is terrible, and I don't agree that he's the greatest of all time. Blah 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 blah. But you know what? The moment that player, say, gets traded, maybe comes over to your team, all of a sudden he is now the greatest player because he's on your team. It's like people are saying, oh, Halo sucks. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, but I think there's a lot of people out there secretly saying Halo sucks. But if that game just this is just figuratively speaking, were to ever come to PlayStation, I guarantee you there's a lot of those fans will be out there buying it day one. And same thing with Sony games to Xbox. Yeah. I mean, come on, realistically, and be honest with yourself. How many Xbox fans right now would love to have Horizon Zero Dawn over in the console? A lot of people. But you know what? I have all three. I don't have to worry about that bullshit. Yep, if you can afford to buy the consoles, I just say stop with the bullshit. Just go out and get the consoles and play them. At the end of the day, you're still going to have a preference. You're still going to play one more than the other, okay, which I tend to gravitate way more to the Xbox than the other ones. But that doesn't make me not like the other ones any less. I appreciate the features that the Switch brings, that the PlayStation brings. I appreciate the exclusive titles that they have. But at the end of the day, I like Xbox, and I won't deny that. And that's really all there is to it. Like people they just make too much of this stuff, and it's annoying, especially when they go into chat rooms and podcasts and the stuff that they're like doing, like they're just being trolls. It's not even about having a constructive argument where you can provide it with facts or be sensible about it. I mean, there's a difference between an opinion and someone just being a troll. Like if I said I didn't really like Tomb Raider because I didn't like the way it played or it didn't feel like this, that's an opinion and that's cool. You back it up with something. But if you're just going to go, Tomb Raider's a piece of shit, and you go, have you ever played it? Yeah, no. Well, I just don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. I don't like Halo Wars, but it's not a piece of shit.
But the thing is, half the time, these people who are doing this, the ones that are threatening, the ones that are putting pictures on other people's bodies and everything, it's kids who just have horrible parents who just don't give a shit what they're doing, and they have nothing better to do but bully people.
Like, I don't know what the
and like you said, this is where Twitter as well. Twitter needs to have stringent penalties.
Yeah,
To
really
start
did, yeah.
tracking some of the shit, because that's the thing I've noticed even with chat rooms. If you moderate the chat really well and you start knocking the bullshit out before it even starts to gravitate, a lot of these people don't even come back the next week because they know that fucking moderator is not going to sit around and let this escalate.
Hell yeah.
People just don't care. It's the internet. People can say what they want, do what they want, and there's no consequences half the time, so nobody cares. That's why a lot of console war, like severe console wars, I'm not going to say normal console wars with just fans that just like to disagree and because it's fun to disagree. I'm talking about the ones that go over and beyond with the threats, the pictures, and going into a chat just to be an ass. Like, those are the ones that literally have nothing better to do. Half the time, I'm sure, I would love to know all your ages because I bet you're under the age of 20. And they just... It's the internet. They don't have to hide behind anything. They are hiding behind their computer, and they can say what they want.
Yeah, they can, but I mean, I don't know.
When you're threatening developers because they don't get a fucking game out on time, that's stupid. And there's only one word to call you guys, and that is loser. And if I offended someone, thank you very much. I'm glad I did because.
Well, that's like, okay, the whole purpose this all started was because Phil Spencer came out and said, "Hey, Little Nightmares, really loved your game. Hello, people. It's a multi-plat game. It's not just on the Xbox or Sony or whatever people are claiming that it is."
He's an industry leader. Like, again, like inside the industry, like firefighters and all that stuff. You know, they have like, you know, competitions between other firehouses and police departments and all that kind of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, when something happens to another person, like, they help them out. They don't fucking talk trash. They don't fucking hurt people. They don't, you know, threaten to hurt people and all this other stuff. That's just nonsense, childish garbage that just needs to go away. But yeah, anybody else want to say anything about the console war nonsense?
It's stupid.
Go
Grow
Foxy.
up.
Well, obviously, I agree with you guys completely, and I don't like the weirdos that go that extra mile just to be assholes. But I have been part of like certain little debates here and there since I was young, Sega and Nintendo days. So obviously that crossed over to the Xbox and the PlayStation thing. But obviously, we go with whatever we like. We talk about what we like, and then you can have friendly debates with friends, and then say my console's better than your console because I have Halo and you don't. Like, that's fine when people do that in the chat. When we joke about it, it's pure entertainment. Sometimes in certain podcasts, but when people go the extra mile and release personal information, or when they threaten certain actresses or voice actresses, with rape and all that, that's too much. That's crazy. That's part of the console war bullshit I don't like. But if you're gonna, have fun with it, then I believe that, that's okay. But I agree with you guys completely, though.
Big shout out to the 145 plus watching us. You guys are freaking awesome. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get off that crazy topic. So negative. I want to move on. Good talk though. It was a good conversation. Let's move on to Star Wars Battlefront 2. So it looks like we're gonna get 3 times the content, and EA is even boasting that they're gonna be getting like 14 million sales by March. I was like, wow, that's pretty intense. What do you guys think?
Star Wars sells, so 14 million sales by March. That may not be too far off, but
did the first one make that many?
I honestly I don't know. I wouldn't be too surprised if it sold like at least 10 million in the first 6 months.
That's
but the whole the promise of 3 times the amount of content, like that to me, I just have to laugh at that, because it's like, oh great, 3 times more of the content. That means I'm going to get the same amount of content that I should get for a major AAA release. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm excited. Like, I love the trailer. I thought it was cool. It looks like you're gonna be playing the Empire, the bad guys, which is really what I want to play. I'm tired of playing all the rebels and all that kind of stuff. Being the goody guys, whatever. Yeah, we should have gotten all this content.
The Force is supposed to be with you, though. You're supposed to be the good people.
Yo, I'm a Sith Lord. Let's do this.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm excited about all the content. Yes, I agree. The first game should have had all this content. It shouldn't have screwed us over. But it's Star Wars. Everybody's still going to buy it, which is crazy. I don't know if they're going to hit 14 million by March. Yeah, he's probably putting it a little bit high there, but we'll have to see what happens.
I think the first one just hit 14 million a little bit ago, actually.
Maybe they're thinking everybody that bought the first one's going to want the more content, so we have to match that in sales. Like that's a given. Everyone that bought the first one is definitely going to buy the second one because they didn't get a real game the first time around. Let's go.
Yeah, that one had bad feedback and stuff, like people saying that they wanted an actual campaign, and obviously the people that bought it just because of the multiplayer and the missions, then they were disappointed with the DLC and everything after the fact. So yeah, my brother sold his copy. So that kind of sucks for them.
And I'm on the other side of the fence. I was only disappointed about the campaign. I thought that would have been cool to have, but the rest of the game I thought was fucking stellar. Like, I don't even. I just picked up the DLC. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was like
good.
Based off like the Battlefronts, like from the OG Xbox and all that kind of stuff. I missed like the class-based system. It felt too casual to me. I wanted it a bit more competitive, and what was it, the Walker Assault or whatever it was? That shit was broken day one. Like, that was terrible.
No,
but they nailed Star Wars.
Don't misconstrue what I said earlier. I liked Star Wars Battlefront. I love the feel that they nailed with it. I think that if they were to add the content that they're promising with Battlefront 2 into the first one, it would probably have been my favorite game this generation.
UK is funny.
Wow.
Sorry, I was just
Wow,
laughing.
I'm being told to shut up. I didn't even say it was. No, actually. Wait, I have not at any point in time in this show said that the first one was bad. So, you know what?
Did. I heard it.
I can put you on timeout.
She whispered it to me.
I can put you on timeout.
She whispered it to me.
Remember that. It's supposed to be nice to me.
Did you say
not
anything
mean.
about Star Wars?
No?
Why did you say anything about Star
Because
Wars?
I don't care.
Oh.
There, now you want to tell me to shut up because I'll put you on timeout. I don't care. You know, I'll have it regardless because you'll buy it, which means I'll have it, which means then in the end I'll end up playing it, but I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Everybody knows this.
Yo, you all just need to like send her a bunch of DMs.
Why do I have to like Star Wars? I don't have to like Star Wars because everybody else likes it.
Because you're just like,
am I going to go jump off a bridge because everyone else is doing it? No.
When it comes to Star Wars, yes, do it.
No. I'll deal with Star Trek. I like Star Trek.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here we
no.
go.
Star Wars is so much greater than Star Trek.
No,
I like them both.
Oh, here we go. Console wars all over again, but with Star Wars and Star Trek.
Right into it.
I like the new movie, but the other ones I couldn't get into. It's just not my thing.
We got to move on. This is just.
I accept you, SheWulf. I accept you. It's okay.
In my defense, I like R2D2 and BB-8. That's it. I'm sorry, people.
You don't like Han Solo.
I like
she
Chewbacca.
said, "Fuck the Jedi."
I like Chewbacca. Does that count?
Chewbacca's cool.
I like Chewbacca. I do know who all the characters are.
What rub you need?
I know who Yoda is. Everyone
How do you
knows
not like Yoda?
Everyone knows who Yoda is. I didn't say I didn't like him. He's just not one
He
of
was
my
beast
favorite
in the
characters.
Just buy her one of those remote control R2D2s that brings her.
Yeah, no, right, dude.
Like that. Like my favorite character from Guardians of the Galaxy is freaking Rocket. Like I like the weird ones. I guess I don't know.
Hey man, I like Rocket too. Awesome.
She likes the
Rocket
tiny
and
ones.
I like the little fur. Like I like the little furry ones. I guess I don't know. Well,
So
Chewbacca's
why don't you
not
like
furry though?
the first like Star Wars movies? Because there's Ewoks and everything, and they're totally furry and
They're
cute and all that.
creepy.
Oh my god! Right now.
You're talking about those little guys, like the little hairy guys that like walk around. They're creepy.
Oh my!
I do know what they are, but they're creepy.
I just can't with you right now. I just can't.
Now, if you said the Jawas are creepy, I'd understand.
Yes,
they're
the
kind
Jawas
of weird.
Definitely.
Wait,
Jawas are furry underneath the robes.
are those the ones like?
The little guys in the brown robes, the fucking like glowing yellow
Yeah, with the
eyeballs.
weird brown
See?
guys. Those are
Not
the
those
creepies.
ones.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
Ewoks are
the Ewoks,
furry
the little
guys.
cuddly teddy bears
Yeah,
that
the
could
teddy
destroy
bears.
ATSTs with logs. You know, it's
okay, I just finished saying I don't care. Like, you really think I know exactly
You're just
who
blowing my
all
mind
of
right
them
now.
are? Like,
You're just blowing
She
my
don't know
mind.
her characters.
yeah. Now we're going.
Chat,
to, like,
can you believe this right now? Like, I can't even believe this.
SheWulf
I got, like-
Exposed Edition.
Hey, if we're going on a Star Wars rant right now, all I got to say is about Rogue One. I didn't see any Bothans dying, and that was supposed to happen, so I'm kind of disappointed. I love the movie, but I was disappointed that no Bothans died.
I'm sorry. The last 10 minutes of Rogue
No,
One
I didn't
was
say
fantastic.
Chewbacca isn't furry.
No,
I know
they
he
were
is
awesome.
furry. I said
Oh my God, I know
he's
why
not
you
a
say that,
little
GKP.
furry.
I know, because it's so
I
amazing.
know. Like,
Wait,
oh
what?
my God.
What are you talking
We
about?
can't talk about it because I don't know if anybody hasn't seen it yet. I don't want to.
Come on, they have to have seen it by now.
Wait, what?
Yo,
What?
when fucking Darth Vader goes after fucking everybody in there, it was just
Yeah,
like
he fucks everything
killing
up.
everybody. I was like, oh my god, I'm so
Amazing.
happy. So happy.
I have no idea what you people are talking about.
And
I was
Rogue
at
One
the
at
edge
the
of
end.
my
You've
seat
seen Rogue
on
One.
that
Yeah, me
Oh, is
too.
that the new
edge of
movie?
my seat.
What I'm
Yeah,
talking
the last
about
one.
is
I like
Frodo.
the brand new one. I like
Yeah, the last one. The last one.
Frodo in the
Wow,
chat.
wow.
Oh, it's a Star Trek are boring as fuck.
I
There
just
you go,
want.
Frodo.
Hey, hold on, everyone. I just want to say a huge thank you to a couple amazing. I know you guys don't ask for the shoutouts, and but we just appreciate everything that you guys do for us. That I have to. First, big shout out to Alan Savage for the $50 donation. I don't know if you want me to actually say how much you guys donate, but. And
She did it
another
anyway.
huge,
She did it
yeah,
anyway.
I did
She's like,
anyways.
whatever.
So
It's okay. It's okay.
but a huge shout out to, of course, our VIP, who is just,
Sagebot.
Stagebot, because you're just amazing for everything that you do. And, I just want to,
You
just
can
He's
say
very
that amount?
supportive. He's always in all the
He-
chats and
what?
stuff when you live
no, I'm
stream.
not gonna.
It's really
I'm not
cool.
gonna say I don't want to.
Another generous donation.
It is, and
Yes.
we appreciate
Yes.
you guys. You guys
Savage,
don't
yeah.
have to donate. We love doing this for you guys, just to do this for you, but we do appreciate it
Every
so
little bit
very
helps.
much for everything that you guys give us, and I want you guys to know that. I know we don't have to tell you, but you guys deserve to hear it. And if it wasn't for all you guys, we wouldn't have this show to begin with. So.
But just let me point out that I hope that GKB does take some of this money and buys SheWulf a really cool chair, because every time podcast
so
ends, she cleans my ass.
I'm
At the
okay.
end, she's like, my ass hurts.
I'm sure everyone always wonders why you see me shift and move so much. We have these really horrible stools
To be fair,
that
I
we
did buy
sit
you a
on.
good chair.
Yeah, but it doesn't work
I
for
know.
this. I have an
I know.
amazing gaming chair, but it doesn't go high enough. So the stool I'm sitting on is this really
I
crappy
just know I'm
one,
gonna get
and
like
my
90
ass
DMs
hurts
now and being
always.
like, buy SheWulf
Yeah.
a chair.
I know my butt hurts
Donate.
so much on this chair. that
Donate.
I'm constantly moving.
Thank before or after.
Hey, you just need to get like a little Tempur-Pedic cushion to put under your bum.
Yeah.
I should. I have
You
a
gotta
pillow,
donate
but
for
it
that
doesn't
booty.
help. My
Yeah.
legs go
Donate.
numb and everything.
Donate for the booty.
I know, we
Yes.
can buy you
I
one
was
of those
gonna do a
hospital beds.
Kickstarter,
Come
save
on,
my
come on.
ass.
Save your
Wow, the way she says it.
Save my ass.
I said, donate for the booty. She's like, my ass.
GKB just buy one of those portable hospital beds so she can just press the button and then sit up and sit back.
Yeah, right.
Oh, God,
I
no.
don't need
She's gonna
that
look like,
much. I just need
She was like a
comfortable
granny.
stool,
Cool. Let's
Anyways.
move on, guys.
oh, wait, Star Wars. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Give me more content, please.
Yes.
My brother's begging for it as well because he was not very happy with the first one. Like I said, he sold his
I was happy
copy.
with it.
I bought another copy used, and I played with everybody in game time and stuff. So, yes, more content is better, and don't fuck it up. But yeah,
Have they
go ahead.
confirmed that they're bringing back classes to the new one?
Yeah, they did touch on that. At
Oh,
some
okay,
point.
good.
I did hear that it was coming back, so I'm
Why
excited
it wasn't
about
the
that.
first one? I don't fucking know. But yeah.
Whatever. I guess the second one is the game you should have bought.
The first one was slapped together so it was.
Yeah, I think it was just
DuckTales
like with the
first one
timing with
together,
the
that's what it
movie.
was.
With timing with the movie and all that other kind of stuff, they just had to get it out.
Donate for the booty.
Donate for the booty.
It's,
All right, let's
it's,
go ahead and move
it's
on.
the new hashtag.
Hell yeah.
So, Crash Bandicoot had some images that it might only be a year exclusive on the PS4. To me, I don't know if it's going to be coming to Xbox. Honestly, if it's probably just going to go to PC or something. I don't know. If it's
It makes sense for it to go to the Switch.
or Switch. Yeah, I could see that too. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be just full on exclusive PS4?
What?
Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot.
No.
Whether
There
it
was
comes to
leaks.
Xbox or not, I'm not really interested in it. So okay.
Yeah, I wasn't really interested.
There was leaks
Well
that
said,
it's
Mike.
supposed to be only a year
Yeah,
content.
that's what we're talking about.
But
Thanks for joining the podcast.
I was reading the chat. I was socializing with the people that matter.
She was talking about that booty.
Oh.
There you go. See, I love all you guys. No, like it's a fun game, but I don't see myself going back to play it. Like I want to see new IPs. I'm kind of, I'm sure a lot of Sony people are excited though. Like that's amazing that you guys are getting, Crash
Yeah, that's a
Bandicoot
staple
back.
series for a good while.
And, a lot of people have been asking for Crash Bandicoot to come back. So, for Sony to bring this game back, that is actually really amazing. And, that's great for a lot of viewers. And plus, I really like the fact that the younger generations, like before us or after us, yeah, they'll be after us, are also going to get to try a newer version of this game as well. So I think that's really cool. I'd love to see what they're going to do with like the maps and stuff. Are they going to stay to like a rematch? Like, do we know? Is it going to be like
It's
a form
like
of
straight
a...
up just like remaster.
Oh, it is just a
Yeah.
straight up remaster? Not
They look
like
they look good, but there's just something with Bandicoot. Like he just looked a little
he
weird.
doesn't-
He looked
he-
odd. His face looked odd for some reason.
He-
That's just me, a personal preference on that. But
No, I agree. When I saw, the trailer, what was it, last year at E3? He looked the same, but all the background looked like it had more textures and more
he
details.
looked like
but
plastic or something.
Yeah, so I didn't know what it
I
was
think it was
about.
I think it was at the PlayStation event thing that they had. But
They could have still been
yeah.
very early in development though, so maybe
Yeah,
they
that's true.
updated.
that
it.
is. That's
gotta be
true.
fair. I haven't
I
played
don't-
it. I haven't
I
played the
don't-
remaster, so I'm not gonna.
I don't know that many people that are interested in this. Just like Parappa the Rapper, like all 20 of you, good luck with that game. But I don't know who's gonna go out of their way and buy this. I mean, obviously nostalgia, but I mean, we have better games now. I don't know.
I would be more
I kind of
interested
feel like
in
it's gonna be another
If he
Voodoo
looks
Vince,
like
that's
if
all.
he looks like that
Oh yeah.
in the images that we've seen, it'll actually look really good. And
Got some shout-outs, dude.
I would actually probably try it again. Like I would probably try it.
What's up, Flip
Yeah.
Money? What's up, Sageobot? Thanks again for the donation. What's up, the Don? Don's in the chat, everybody.
What? Kiss that ring.
Master Yoda.
Kiss that ring.
We got
guys are
Jess
awesome.
Mobile. We got XBL Mercy. I
Well,
had to like lean over so I can
yeah.
read. That's a long name.
Good.
If you have a PlayStation 4 and you basically grew up on the Crash Bandicoot franchise, it's kind of a no-brainer. If you got the extra cash and the game comes out, at a decent price, sure, pick it up. But like for me, that's not the kind of game that would make me run down to the store to buy a PS4, that
No,
sort of thing.
no.
And I'm pretty sure
It's like
most
icing
people
on the
would
cake
feel
kind
that.
of thing.
Yeah, it's great. I think it probably will make its way to Xbox because it is published by Activision, and those guys love cash, a lot of it. And
I guess
yeah.
that's a good point.
I'll tell you what.
So-
I mean,
would
have
be-
you seen Skylanders? I mean, they've added him and Spyro in there, so of course they
I
love
love
cash.
Spyro. I want a new Spyro.
Yeah.
I love
Speaking
that
of
game.
Spyro, Spyro Dragon, I've heard a rumor. I forget where it is. If I find a link, I'll tell you. But it looks like they're bringing out a Spyro remaster collection as well.
Well,
Oh.
Spyro's in every single Skylanders game, like
Not
Fox was
surprised.
saying. So,
Yeah.
but
Like
for
if
Crash
they do
Bandicoot-
Spyro, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say with Crash Bandicoot, like they're pretty much doing like a remaster of the first 3 games. I would be much more interested in a reboot where they're just gonna bring everything to current gaming standards, or if they were just to bring a new Crash Bandicoot, that would be something that I would be much more interested in. The remaster of the first 3 games, like that just I don't know. When I saw the gameplay, what was it last year at E3? They showed some gameplay where it was. Almost like the Halo Master Chief Collection, where it's the original engine running, and they just put some new textures on it. That to me is kind of what makes me not too interested in it. So I would like to see them just make a brand new from scratch game instead of redoing the first 3.
Yeah, that's my take
too.
on it too. So another little rumor that I heard, Avatar might be shown on E3 on Microsoft stage, is what I'm hearing. I can't tell who said that or whatever, but yeah, a little birdie told me that today. So just FYI, people. I know that's not like huge news, like the Avatar games, like whatever.
There's a
but it
lot
could
of
be
people-
potential to be a good game.
There's a lot of people who are like, oh my god, an Avatar game, it could be bad, because I guess there was another one that came
Yeah, there was,
out
like,
and
one
it was
before.
bad. But if it's
Kinda
done
off topic, but-
right, it could be like the movie was amazing. So
Yeah.
if it's done right, it could be a great open world game. Like it really
True.
It really
could.
could be.
True.
Like there's a lot of lore that they built into that movie, and they're making the sequel coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I know they're making a sequel right now. So they've already got interest in it because people are starting to talk about the sequel to the first one. So making a game based around that world, like it makes sense, and it could be a really good game. It reminds me a lot like a Tomb Raider versus like a Far Cry Primal. Like
what they need
it
to
really
do?
go together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know a lot of games try to be The Witcher 3, but Avatar, with the details and the characters that are in that movie, they could turn that into like a Witcher 3. Like all the missions and everything that you could actually have, the flying and the like, just the
I have to
whole
watch the movie
idea of
again to
it.
get, like-
I could see it become like it could be an amazing game. And if they did it in the form of, like I said, of The Witcher 3,
What would you want to play as? Like the humans, or did you want to play as the the avatars? I guess
You've
they're
gotta play as the
avatars.
avatars the whole
Avatar.
time.
I'd want to be the Avatar.
Yeah, I would
like
too.
they could start off where you're a human and you go into the world.
I honestly would rather just play on the aspect of like the humans are not even there, and you're just playing through the world and fighting like.
Well, yeah, they
crazy
were already
monsters and all
there,
that kind of shit.
so
Well, and they could do like a multiplayer aspect where it's like the humans versus the corporation that they had, where they've got those huge mechs like that were in the Alien movies and all that, versus the avatars and the Na'vi. I think that was the name
the
of
Na'vi,
the
yeah.
species that they were up against.
Yep, you're right.
Like you could have factions and like a huge war going on like that. That could be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
I like the movie.
They could
I
even
would
make
like
it
to
like
see
an
a
MMO.
game that actually. Well,
That
yeah,
could
it
be actually an MMO. That'd be awesome. I could see that for sure. Cool.
come up with another race. It wouldn't be hard.
Went on a little rant there about something else. That's cool. All right, let's go ahead and talk about some Injustice 2. SheWulf got to stream it today.
I did.
It crashed on her, but that's okay.
It did.
I played it for a good hour and a half when I got home today. I was playing a little bit of like the solo multiplayer stuff, and then I got into the campaign. The campaign is awesome. I'm loving the story already and like where it's going and what's going on. Got to see a bunch of characters already. If you played it, I'm at the Gorilla Grodd part where you're as Arrow and Canary and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but the cutscenes and all that stuff is like, wow, top notch. Like the animations and stuff are just like spot on, really good stuff. Some great voice actors in there too from like the animated series and other stuff like that. So I'm having a blast. I think it's a really, really, really good game, and I can't wait to play some more of it. What do you think of it, SheWulf? Did anybody else on the panel play it yet? I know Mike's got it. He bought.
I
that
haven't, but I haven't
$100
played it yet. I cannot wait to get into this. I love the first one.
Yeah, first one was my fantastic.
Sorry, Injustice, right? Is that what
Injustice.
Injustice 2.
It looks interesting, but I never even had the first one, so it's one of those games. I'm not a big fighting game fan, so for me to go out and buy this, like I'm not plunking $80 on it. Bottom line, I'll pick it up when it's 20 or 30 in a bargain bin. Like that's as far as I go when it comes to fighting games these days. That's the only, I picked up KI because it was cheap, but that's about it. That's so I can't comment on it. It looks really good though.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not into fighters, and
You definitely have to like fighters. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's how the whole campaign is pretty much. Like the cutscenes are amazing to watch, but if you're not a fighter, just go watch someone on YouTube that is literally straight like playing
Check
the
out the
whole
story.
whole scenes for it
Yeah.
because the scenes are amazing to watch, and I'm almost to the point of like replaying it and just to take all the scenes so I can just post the whole entire video on YouTube. But other than that, if you're not into fighters, this is definitely not your game because you definitely have to fight. But overall, I love the aspect of it, and I love that, how they incorporated everything. I wish some of the story aspect would have been, a little more fresh and new, like what Batman...
besides the
Yeah.
beginning with Kara, that's about it.
That we don't know what else is coming.
Because they're introducing, Supergirl wasn't in the first one, so they're introducing Supergirl. The only way you can do that is with, what
her
happened
original story,
Yeah, the original
her
story.
only story.
Because it's about her.
Yeah,
So
I understand that, but
Spoilers.
you
I
watch
think
it
it's
from
really
the
spoiled.
yeah. Like I love how the Joker is at fault for everything. I love that though.
Well, from the first game, that's what happened.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's just the fact that he's at fault. Like, there's so many other villains that they could have picked to go into this one with. They didn't have to stick with the Joker in this one. Like, I think that's my biggest thing is, like, just because you had the first one that dealt around the Joker doesn't mean you had to go into the second one with that. They could have, like, started
No, they're
him
using
off.
that as, like, the motivations of what's going on in this story.
Yeah, I
But
thought
they didn't
Brainiac
have
was
to,
supposed
is
to be
all
the
I'm
big bad
saying.
for this
Yeah,
one.
Brainiac is definitely the big baddie.
Well, he is, but a lot of, like...
Well, the first part of the story, because that's all we played so far, and it's really just tying back to the first game and giving new players that haven't played the first one a
The
little
idea
bit
of
of
it,
like
which-
what's going on.
Which is something I like, though. I like that they're tying everything in, but at the same time, my favorite villain is Joker out of, like, everybody, so I just think it's cool.
Joker's
I
pretty
don't
awesome.
like the Joker they put in there, though. No offense,
Spoilers.
but I don't like your Joker.
Spoilers.
It's not spoilers, just to say I didn't say what he looks like or what he is or who he is. He's
Or
the
that
Joker.
he was even in the game.
Think of how many different versions of the Joker there are out there, and I just don't like this one.
But overall, I thought the game was like really good. The UI is really cool. A lot of stuff in the UI, like in the options and going
Oh,
through. I like the little boxes that you get that you can open up. You win them in like rounds and stuff, and you get like new armor and stuff like that. It's pretty good, like rewards too. Like I got one of the epic ones. some purples and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's pretty good loot system so far.
I like a lot of the things you can do in the single player too, like the multiverse and
the hero card and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like there's several. You don't have just the campaign; you have other things that you can do. So that makes it a lot more interesting as well.
You guys excited for Injustice 2?
Yeah, I can't wait to play this. I'm hoping I get a chance to play some of it later on tonight after everybody goes to bed.
Nice.
I tried so hard to play it earlier this afternoon. I actually booted it up and I watched some of the intro scenes playing. But then with moving, there's a lot of honey to-do list chores that need to be done. So I kind of realized, I was like, crap, I got to change out the hardware in this toilet before I start playing a game. And then one thing led into another. But tonight it's on. I'm going to be playing some Injustice 2. I'll get 15 minutes of it in before I pass out, I swear.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Who's that fucking gorilla-looking dude in Injustice?
Gorilla Grodd.
That's Grodd.
Yep.
I never even heard of him.
He's from Flash.
I saw him and I was like, he kind of reminds me of the dude from Overwatch. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's more meaner and more of a jackass.
And he was first. Gorilla Grodd's been around for a long time.
Yeah, that too.
forever.
He's much older.
I think we talked about this back when they first teased it.
Well, he's
Probably.
also from Flash, so it's just kind of a.
He's a Flash main villain.
I think the game looks awesome, and I mean, if you like MK, then obviously you would like this game.
Of course I do. More
Yeah.
fantastic.
And I mean, I was gonna pick it up, but my brother already said he was, so I was like, all right, I'll just play his copy and go against him. But I feel like I should pick it up because a couple of you guys are getting it, and I see SheWulf is playing it, and I still want to fight against her, so I might have to go pick it up.
The Injustice. I played the first one to death. I love the first one.
I only played it here and there at certain people's houses.
And this one, I get to play it. Well, I don't know.
I think this one's actually better.
It is. It's much better. I was gonna say I get to play as Poison Ivy, but I wasn't really too fond of her game mechanics. So.
You didn't like her fighting style or whatever?
Well,
I thought the main ones like Batman, Flash, and all those guys.
I don't like Batman.
They had updated of what they did, but the core still gameplay was still there, and I liked that.
Yeah,
So
I like Batman, but I didn't like playing as Batman. I
Hey,
freaking hated playing as Batman.
One thing I noticed, because I got the Ultimate Edition, which comes with a couple of the premium skins that they're selling. Those premium skins actually
Doesn't it
add
come with Darkseid
moves.
too?
No, well, if you pre-ordered it, it does. I didn't pre-order it. It was like after midnight, and I saw somebody was streaming. I was like, oh, yeah, that game's coming out. And my wife told me I could buy it for my birthday, so I bought it. I didn't get the pre-order. I have to pay $6.99 to get Darkseid now, even though I paid $100 for the Ultimate Edition. But that's a different conversation for a different time.
Ouch.
I was
Master
1 minute
Yoda,
late.
something like
I was 1 minute late. I ordered it at 12:01 last night, and we lost the pre-order. I was like, yeah, but you know what's stupid is the fact that every other game, when they have the pre-order bonus, it always still came with the friggin' pre-order bonus, even after a week of it being out. But yeah, this one, oh yeah, guess what? No, we're not gonna give it to you.
Master Yoda's
Well, now
pretty
that
funny.
they're selling the pre-order bonus piecemeal, they figured out, they're like, oh, well, hey, if it's 12:01 a.m. and you haven't pre-ordered yet, we're gonna charge you $6.99 for this fighter.
Ouch.
Shout out to Master Yoda. He's like Harambe in Injustice 2.
Damn.
Yeah, Phantom points out if anyone watches the CW TV show, you can find out who Grodd is.
Oh yeah, in Flash, yeah, fights him in
Yeah.
Good
He
show.
had a great episode in Season 1 and Season 2.
Yeah,
I was
he
And
did.
he had a
He
couple
was
of good
in both.
episodes this season, too.
Yeah. Where's his
Don't
army
watch
at?
CW. Just don't watch that channel. Watch it on Netflix or Hulu or something.
Rest in peace. Why am I going to die?
What?
Someone
Oh, hell
says
no.
rest in peace, SheWulf. Am I gonna die?
How dare you? Block that
or
person.
Oh,
The CW app on the Xbox One is
I think
free. You
Gunny's
don't
messing
even
with
need a
you.
cable subscription, and you can catch up on all the Flash there, too.
True. All right, let's go ahead and move on to The Surge. Did anybody else get this game besides me? It's one I've been waiting for a while.
I want it. I really do.
I know you want it because you're a Souls fan, bro.
I really want it, but like I said, I got Injustice last night, and I want to get Friday the 13th next week on Friday when it comes out. So The Surge is unfortunately going to have to wait until it hits maybe a sale or at least a lull in the summer where I have more time to fit in a new game.
I can see that happening. Don't
But
worry.
yeah, I really, really want The Surge, and I'm anxious to hear what you have to say about it, GKB.
I freaking love it. So I was streaming it, and it was the first time I played it. I didn't play it before that, and I got in. I was messing around. It definitely plays like Lords of the Fallen. So if you played Lords of the Fallen, It's going to be it's not all the way like it plays like that because it does some things differently where you can hit different weak points in the enemies and stuff, which I thought was a really cool mechanic. Because if you hit like the armor side, it's really not going to do much damage, and they're just going to screw you up and kill you. Gameplay's fun and frantic. Like you can jump around, move. It felt much like Dark Souls to me in that way. What were you going to say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say the one thing that I really didn't like about Lords of the Fallen was they had those 3 starting classes, and like each class, there were the 2 classes. There was like a mage and a thief class, which really were difficult to use during that first stage. But then the warrior class, like that one, you could go through that first stage without too much difficulty. Is the Surge similar to that, or does it just let you just start out and then build your character the way you want it to, kind of like a Dark
It basically
Souls
does
game?
that. It kind of like lets you start out. You do pick a class in the beginning, like of what kind of I guess like gameplay that you like. Like I picked like the tankier guy instead of like the faster character. But as you start the game, you don't have any of that stuff. You just got the base like exo suit kind of thing, and then you build on that as you go, and then you unlock the stuff and get schematics and all that kind of stuff as you go through. It's really in depth, man. I thought it was a really fun game. Like I said, I think the combat and stuff is really fun and fluid. I didn't have much issue, but dying all the time. But it's like a Souls game; like you're gonna die. That's just gonna happen. I thought the graphics were fun, interesting. And this dude, I feel bad for this dude. Like you start off with, like in a wheelchair, so you're like a disabled person, like going through. Then they throw you up in this chair, and then they're like drilling screws and everything in you, and you're like screaming and everything. I was like, what the heck is going on right now? But then you can walk and you got all these powers and all that kind of stuff. So. But it's fun, man. Like I've only got to play about an hour or 2 of it. I haven't got to play, a ton of it yet and really get into it and dive into it. But I think it's really going to ramp up as you progress. You're going to have to like get those skills and armor and all that kind of stuff, just like you would in a Dark Souls game, to be able to progress on fighting the bosses and all that kind of stuff. But.
What is this? This is episode 66 of Console Corner. I bet you by episode 70 I have this game.
Yeah, I'd probably say like 68 you'll have it.
Well, do well.
I'll give you a couple weeks.
I can bet differently.
She was saying by Friday I'll have this game. Okay.
Damn.
Right. But yeah, overall, I think it's gonna be a really good game. It's gotten pretty good scores. I like seeing like 7 and 8s and stuff, and like all the major gaming sites and all that kind of stuff. So that's really good. I think Lords of the Fallen was kind of around there as well. So yeah. Super cool game. If you're into Dark Souls and all that kind of stuff, Bloodborne, this is probably a game for you. So go check it out. I'm excited, man. I got 2 really good games this week that wasn't shit when I played it and was a lot of fun. Like, this is freaking awesome. Can't wait. I'm gonna try out Phantom
I'm gonna
Dust
go
and all.
buy this right now after the show's over.
You'd be like, yo, I want this right now.
What if you like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all those kind of games because they're dark and gritty with swords and it feels old timey wimey, but this game doesn't feel that way.
Where's the fantasy aspect versus the new age tech?
Yeah,
Right.
It's like the sci-fi, but it's like dark and gritty and stuff in the Surge as well. It's just in a more futuristic world, but it still has that like same draw that would be like in a Dark Souls game, like dark and gritty kind of stuff too. It's very not a cutesy game. It's an in-your-face like screw you up. Oh,
It's got good music.
The kill animations are fantastic too, like the finishers and stuff. Like you'll get enemies down to a certain point, and then you'll be able to like hold the X button, and you gotta do it like in a reasonable amount of time too, because they'll screw you up and do like these uppercuts that'll fuck you up. But it's like a kill animation, and that's super fun and rewarding. So it kept me really excited.
I won't play it because I don't like dying. At least.
Oh
not
my
much.
god! Have a challenge, why don't you?
Really? Really?
Well,
Would you like
that
to
was
know
it for
how
me. That's why
far
I'm not
I've got on
interested.
Mighty Number 9?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, how's that
I
going?
don't yeah.
How's
no,
that?
I uninstalled it. I was
She's like, I hate this game.
I uninstalled it. I couldn't beat him. I love games that are challenging, but I don't like games that I die non-stop.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Well, that's what I think.
the-
Like any of these video games, like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, this one, like how I personally feel is I don't mind a little bit of challenge, like dying a few times. You start to learn things, but a lot more often than not, I just find there's just too many cheap deaths, and like you either have no life or shitty continues or blah blah blah. Like what I think that they should build into games to make them more accessible to say gamers maybe who don't have the patience or the skill level to beat them is at least say if you die like fucking 10 times, they give you an option that says we will adjust a difficulty for you. If you accept, we will, like they adapt it so that it's not always crushing for people, and they need to fix that up a little bit more. I'd be more open to games if they were more accessible in that way, but as they are, as soon as someone says, yeah, the Surge, it's like Dark Souls, but more sci-fi based, I was like, nope, consider me out. I don't want that shit. I don't want to break controllers again.
Yeah, I mean, I get that too. Like, I totally understand like the frustrating part of just dying all the time and not really getting anywhere. But for me, like that's the challenge to me. And then when I pull off, the move or kill this guy, I feel that much like more accomplished.
Right. No other game gives you that sense of satisfaction that you get from like a Souls-like game, because you know that you had to have done things the right way to get to that point, and it wasn't by chance or anything like that. You know that you timed everything precisely. It's a lot like a fighting game, like Mortal Kombat or Injustice.
Right.
It comes down to the skill of the player, not necessarily it's a story-based game, so it's gonna get me through this part just because it wants me to experience the next part.
Wow,
like
so are you saying I'm just a crappy player?
No,
Yes.
no.
Hey.
People enjoy different things from games, and that's totally legitimate. Yeah. But I think that Dark Souls or Bloodborne or Lords of the Fallen or potentially even the Surge, which I haven't played yet, all of these games, when you get past that point where you've died 10 times getting up to that, the experience that you have, that sense of elation at getting past that one really tough boss or that one tough guy, no other game can really replicate that the same way.
Yeah, and I think that's the big draw to players like me, Mike, and Luca, and all that kind of stuff. Is just that kind
UK Daz, that is not true. I don't like easy games. I actually play a lot of games on like veteran mode and everything. So in my defense, I do play like you can watch my streams. I do.
Will kick anybody's ass at Titanfall. So there you go. Yeah. It's not this. Different types of games require different types of skills.
Not only that, Ori is a tough game.
Oh yeah, Ori.
I beat that game.
That was a good game too. To Fuzzy Belvedere, he's like, I never played Dark Souls. Do you lose all your progress when you die? You lose not all your progress. You lose up to the point where you last saved, like at the fire things. I forgot what they're called.
What you lose is your experience points, the souls that you've gained. That
you can go back and grab them. Like if you die twice, you won't. But.
Yeah, they're there in one spot. So the point that you die, that's where all your souls are at, and you have to get back to that point and recover them without dying again. If you die on your way, then they're all gone. So if you have 100,000 souls that you haven't spent yet, then you have to go back and get them, or they're gone.
Yeah.
And I remember Lords of the Fallen was very similar.
Yes. Like back in the day, I remember playing like Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox, and it was pretty hard. And I did enjoy the challenge, and I played it until I was starting to get good at it. And I was like, you guys accomplishing things and getting through it. But then I remember towards the end, you're fighting some bosses, and you're using your ninja fucking magic, and you're using your life stuff, and all of a sudden, you beat the guy, and then the boss comes back again and kicks your ass, and you're like, as soon as he comes back, you're like, oh, like I've wasted everything now. How am I supposed to beat this guy again? You know what I mean? Like, I hate that shit.
No,
I can't stand
understandable.
Even Resident Evil 7, which I'm just playing on normal mode, and it's not like, say, the most crippling hard game or nothing like that, but I'm stuck at this one spot where I'm in the basement fighting the big fat zombie dude, and like I'm putting every bullet into this guy right in his grill, and I still can't kill him. And I'm thinking to myself, if I do kill him, I'm going to have no friggin' enough ammo even to beat the regular friggin' shitheads when they come across the ground. You know what I mean? It's like frustrating.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like everybody agrees with you. Well, not everybody, but most of the people, like they're saying like it equals broken controllers and all that kind of stuff. And I totally get that. I'm just one of those players that just like to be beat down, I guess. I don't know.
It reminds me a lot of older games on from the late 80s or early 90s, like those types of games where there was no save on the cartridge because the cartridges had to have a battery in order for them to save the game. So like the original Mario Brothers, if you got to World 7 and you died and you had no extra lives left, guess what? You were starting back at World 1. If you turned the system off, you were starting over again. So I don't know. To me, like that's what Dark Souls and all those types of games, that's what it harkens back to for me.
Yeah. To Rob, there is a time limit to recover your scrap too in that game. It does sound a bit lame, but it's kind of like Souls too. Like if you die or whatever, you lose your souls too. It's kind of that kind of mechanic, just done a different way. I enjoy that stuff, man. It makes me not want to die. So But cool, awesome conversation. I think Mike's probably gonna have this game tonight somehow. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get into Foxy deals. It's 8:30. I know everybody's waiting to see what all those deals are. So, 1 second.
Hey, that's a steal. It's Foxy Deals.
All right, Foxy, what can we spend our money on?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna share with you guys some awesome deals. So get your wallets out and ready to go. Get those credit cards ready to swipe all the websites. But
That's my line.
no, we're sharing now. We're family. But yeah, this is Foxy Deals, and the first thing we're gonna start off is go get your free games with Gold. There's 2 new ones, the Lara Croft and the Star Wars Lego game. So pick those up. Onto Deals with Gold, which they have a couple of games you could choose from, but these are the ones that stood out to me. Mirror's Edge Catalyst is $6.60. Destiny the Collection is $49. Freaking cheaper than when we bought the Taken King. Holy shit. Final Fantasy 15. There's 2 SKUs of that, so that's 36 and 51. Hey SheWulf, have you played that yet?
What?
She's reading the chat.
Final Fantasy?
I was reading the chat. I'm sorry.
No, she hasn't played it.
No, it's all good. Oh man, sadness. And then the last game.
That's my son.
Final Fantasy.
No. Oh.
Okay. So the last game I saw on there was Plants vs Zombies: Garden Warfare 2. They have $8 and $10. You might as well get the one that has $10 because it has everything. And obviously right now you can get back compat games for sale. So if you actually, you can save up to 75% off over 250 plus games. Obviously, they're 360 games, but you can play them on your Xbox One. And it ends on the 22nd. So I'll start with you guys. Did you guys see anything that stood out to you that you might want to pick up or that you can recommend to everybody listening?
All of them.
You actually went with what you said you were going to. Oh my god.
That's so fast.
He actually wants Ghostbusters for $3.
I'm getting that. Mike keeps talking about the Ghostbusters game. I don't have it, so I'm going to pick it up. It's like $3.74.
$10.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you love the movies, then go get this game. And not the new movie, but the original movies, the first one and the second one. Like, this game is the follow-up to the second movie, and at that price, I mean, it's... I bought it digital for $20 when it came to backwards compatible just because I didn't want to put the disc in anymore. And I don't regret that. You will not regret the $3 purchase if you enjoyed the original movies at all.
There's a lot of good games though on there. Like I thought about it, and I was like, all the Dead Space games, like totally get that. The BioShock collection, Borderlands, those games are awesome.
So everything. I don't know.
Yeah, he did say everything.
I'll pick out a couple of sleeper hits maybe people missed last gen. First, I will start with Rage.
Ooh, Rage
I think it's a pretty fantastic game that you should pick up. Army of Two is also a good romp. It's the first game, but still a good fun game if you like co-op stuff. And to some degree, even Kane and Lynch 2 wasn't that bad. It got a lot worse reviews. I think a lot more hate than it should have, but it was okay. It was a pretty good game. Like, we're just picking out some ones that people might not look at. You're going to obviously pick up the obvious ones like the BioShock collection, Gears of War, that sort of stuff. And but there's definitely lots of great games on there to pick up for sure. And definitely go for it. Joe Danger is a good, fun little game.
That's adorable. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
And if you never played it, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, or South Park: The Stick of Truth, I mean, those games are both in the sale, and those are great games on the 360 that everybody deserves to play.
Hell yeah, I agree with you guys. I think Kenny Lynch was like made by the same people as Hitman. The people that were just like, oh, by the way.
Yeah. Big shout out to Mega Bad Seed, SheWulf looking like Katana, and GKB looking like Phoenix. I get this Phoenix thing all the time. I don't know what's up with this.
How do I look like Katana? Nice. I know who Katana is.
Anyway, sorry. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Some of the other games I would like for you guys to pick up because I have some of these. Doom. The
Doom.
first two.
The first two, yeah.
Yeah, freaking classic. Obviously, you said Dead Space, so I agree with that completely. Especially the fact they're like $5 and $6,
Yeah, it's
so
so
it's
cheap.
totally worth it. Alice, because shout out to my homegirl SheWulf, she loves
That's a
that.
great game. Like
I
you
love
should totally
Alice
play that game.
Madness Returns. It's like the
I'm gonna have
best
to check
game
that out.
ever.
Yeah, you should definitely
Yeah.
get it.
Especially, wait, how much
ha-
is it? Because like you literally still buy it pre-owned for $30.
Yeah, like
So
GameStop.
if it's on a sale, I would probably recommend getting it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's on a sale. I don't think it's more than that. I can't remember, but obviously digital wins on that one for sure. Obviously you pointed out BioShock, Rayman. There's a lot of
Oh,
all the
yeah,
Rayman
Rayman.
games are on sale, so they're like $3, $4, $5. So pick those up. Those are awesome. SSX, I love the snowboarding game.
Very
That's
good.
awesome. That's like
Yeah,
$5
good
right
time.
there.
Skate game.
And yeah, and yeah, I think that's on sale for real. And Hydro Thunder Hurricane, yeah, that one's cool. You have boat racing, that one's fun. And the one that I for sure picked up, because I all those I recommend because I already have them, but this is the one I just picked up today. Straight up, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Earthworm Jim.
Oh, Earthworm Jim's awesome.
Oh wait, Earthworm Jim? I did
Yeah,
not
it's
see that.
249. I was like, fuck
Oh,
yeah, I've been wanting to
249,
get that
absolutely.
forever. It used to be like 15 or $20, I think. So I picked that one up for sure.
Ooh,
But
stick
picked
of
up
obviously,
NBA.
If you
Yeah.
haven't played the
Oh,
Stick
yeah,
of Truth,
Stick of
get
Truth.
the Stick of Truth.
South Park Stick of
yeah,
Truth.
yeah, Mike mentioned that. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. There's a lot
I
of
picked
good
up
ones.
NBA Jam. I only got one word to say for you guys. Boom! Shaka!
Yeah. That was a good game too, man. That's fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the game is only $4.99
For Alice Madness.
Alice?
for
Returns.
Alice Madness Returns.
Everybody
Worth
should own
it.
this game.
Completely worth
Yeah.
it. Just buy it.
It is for
Should own it.
$5. Trust me, I would buy it.
Yeah, you're gonna have a good time playing that game.
I just went and
Yeah.
checked because I wanted to know.
True.
Yes,
That
thank you.
is-
And you get the
But,
first one free. So
Oh yeah, isn't that like a DLC or something? A free DLC or something? I don't know.
the first one? No, it's the first game that.
But it's
is
built
free.
into the game, or is
Yeah.
it separate? Is what I'm asking.
You know, I've never actually.
I thought we
Paid
got it
it-
with the other when we bought
You
it.
get it with it, but I don't know if it's like actually its own game because it's a PC port. So I don't know if you actually get it.
No, that's a different
In...
game. Like it's.
Yeah,
completely
like it
different.
should be its own separate game.
Yeah, it's a separate game.
Okay. But yeah, obviously, all those games are awesome. Nostalgia all the way. And like I said, it ends on the 22nd. So if you guys want to pick up some good games on there, like I said, most of them are like $5, $8, $6. I believe BioShock, they're like 10 to 15. But either way, they're completely worth it.
That's still worth it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Anything else? I'm going to jump onto the PlayStation.
Go for it.
All right, over on the PlayStation discount side with PlayStation Plus, obviously you still got your free games that came out in the beginning of the month, and I believe that's Abzu and Tales of the Borderland, I believe. But shout out to Bruto, homeboy. I was almost gonna say R.I.P. No, I love you, bro. I'm sorry. No, but Slain over there on the PlayStation is $9, so pick that up. I believe. Yeah, Bruno did an indie discussion about that, so
Yeah,
that was
he
pretty
did.
fun. He's gonna kill me. Another game they have on sale over there on PlayStation, Alien Isolation, $12, completely worth it. And then they have the
Oh,
other
yeah.
one with everything. I think that's 16, so that's pretty awesome. So check that out.
That's a good game.
Yeah, a little while ago on the Xbox we had Darksiders Fury collection, so we had that on sale for $20 a little while ago, and now the PlayStation has it on sale for $20, and it comes with the first two games, so you'll get all the Darksiders games together. So that's awesome deal right there. And then
Right.
Styx, which SheWulf has played and done stuff about, that's $37.49, and the other one that comes with both games together, the first Styx and the new one, is $42.
The new Sticks is really good, actually. It's much better than the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. And speaking of Styx, the developer that did that, Focus Home, they're doing a publisher sale over there on the PlayStation, and they've made other games like Farm Simulator and Technomancer. So hey, no judging. If that's what you want to, pick up, then that's all you. So yeah, they're having a publisher sale with those games and some other ones as well.
Nice.
Now moving on to some deals. There are online deals. First one is on Amazon. Dead Rising 4 for $22.12. So pick that up. That's freaking awesome. And then we have the Surge on Xbox One for Newegg. It's a digital code for 55. But you have to use the coupon code EMCRFBG56 to get that discount. So you get to save $5. And I'll repeat the code again, MCRFBG56. So if you want to pick up the Surge. I have another code for Injustice 2 for Xbox One as well, digital code at Newegg. And that's literally the same code except for the last 2 digits, which is 55 instead of 56. So that is EMCRFBG55. So that's for Injustice 2, digital code, and obviously Surge was digital as well. Over on Amazon again, we have PDP, like Energizer charging deck for the Xbox and the PlayStation controllers. So you could charge 2 controls at the same time. For the PlayStation, it's cheaper, so it's $15 for you to have the little dock, and then you can charge your controls. And for the Xbox One, it's $25. And they're both marked down. Oh my god, I can't talk. Down from $30. Jesus. So if you want some charging docks, check those out. And then the last one, because I know SheWulf wants to move on, is the PlayStation Slim 500 gigabyte
Why do I get
with
thrown under the
Uncharted.
bus?
I'm just teasing you, girl. I'm just teasing you. So yeah, the PlayStation Slim. So that whole thing I said, that's $249 on Amazon. So check that shit out if you wanna get a PlayStation Slim and you've already been rocking on Xbox and whatnot. So
Sweet.
check all those deals out. I will be sharing all this stuff that I said on Twitter later on, so don't forget to follow me on there. And obviously, send me anything if you guys see some other cool shit that I missed.
Sweet.
So yeah, back to you guys.
Sweet. Awesome. Those are great deals. I'm gonna go spend a lot of money on the back of Pat stuff here.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Hey, Mike, you gonna get it at Newegg now? Because you save $5.
Actually, I have to give a huge shout out to Sagebot in the chat. He went above and beyond and actually reached out to me and just donated $60 in Xbox Live credits towards me to get the Surge. So
Oh, wow.
I've actually just purchased it. It's installing on my Xbox now. And Sagebot, you are probably one of the most awesome people that I can possibly imagine. You gave this out of the goodness of your heart, and I can't thank you enough. I never expected this, and it means a lot to me. It really, really does. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm
And
telling you, man,
you can
like-
save those singles next time around because you've already danced your way into my heart. Don't worry about me dancing my way into yours.
Careful.
The community,
if
man,
he gets
like,
a little tattoo
they're so
of
awesome.
you down there, then there's a problem.
I would totally do that.
Oh.
Leave it to SheWulf.
I know.
If you go to visit, he'll make sure he's got that pool nice and waxed.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
You guys are too much. Oh my god.
No,
But that's freaking awesome. Though.
yeah, our community is like fantastic. Like we love you guys. You guys support us so much, and we can't thank you guys enough. You guys are freaking awesome. Let's go ahead and get into some questions. I got a funny one from Dan White, 1025. He's like, GKB, how does that shelf hold up the weight of the OG Xbox back there? Well, man, I had to reinforce the crap out of it to keep it up there.
They're actually
Nice.
cement, there's cement screws attached to the shelves to hold them in.
to keep it all there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the OG Xbox is a pretty heavy machine.
But there's a lot of consoles on there, though.
Yeah.
We have the PlayStation 2, we have the original
Nintendo.
NES, we got the 360.
GameCube, I can see the Metroid bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Still in
actually
the box.
it's
Not even
still
open.
in there. That collector's edition one, it's still in there. So,
Ooh,
I love some consoles.
mint and complete.
yep.
So the next question from Rafael Gutierrez. Would you all like a Microsoft Surface / Xbox handheld Switch style portable console?
No.
I don't think they need to do that with Xbox Play Anywhere and all their first-party games tending to go towards
To go
that.
over there, yeah.
If you've already got a Surface or like what are they up to now, like the Surface 4?
Yep.
I'm sure they're probably capable of playing the games. They may not be at the best resolution or the best frames, but a lot of these games, there's already some sort of portable option for you available. Now, if you're talking about like every game that comes to Xbox, like third-party games and stuff like that, we've seen more and more third-party games come to the Play Anywhere with Resident Evil 7, and even more since then.
Shadow of
So,
War. Probably more
yeah,
going to be
like-
announced at E3. So
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a capable laptop, then you've already got an Xbox Portable. If you look at it that way.
true. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I don't know if I need another like Xbox device or anything like that. I kind of like I'm like an old school console guy. Like I like to play on the TV or monitor or whatever, have a good time and chill out. Heck, my Switch is just docked most of the time. It doesn't even come out and handheld that. So whatever. Anybody else?
That's my biggest thing is, there's no major purpose to have one. There's the 3DS if you really want like a handheld, and there's phones and everything else. And I thought Play Anywhere is supposed to be working towards going to mobile devices as well. So
Yeah, they want it to go everywhere, but
yeah. So
on the Switch note there. So mine's been docked this whole time. Guess what? There's no scratches, and it hasn't warped yet. So just putting that out there.
Just like
Well,
us
very
know.
nice,
I'm kind of-
Angibot.
Go ahead, Newf.
What you guys are saying, about the portable aspect of things, and I agree that because there are Surface tablets and so many ways to play games, it's not necessarily all that important, I guess, for Microsoft to jump into an investment like that, especially now. Like that is the one market in particular that is so fragile. Like it's hard to say how it would go because of such competition with cell phones and tablets, and while they're not, I guess, direct competitors. Like back in the day, you had the Game Gear and the Game Boy, and to some degree, you had the 3DS and the Vita. So that's changed a lot now. That and it's different. And we also seen like how good the Vita was as a piece of hardware, but yet, if you don't support it right, if you don't market it right, it goes down to tubes real quick. So while I would be kind of like saying, yeah, I would love to have a dedicated, say, Microsoft handheld. I don't think it's feasible. I just think right now it would be a large investment. And again, one that is hard to justify its existence when there's so many other ways to play games. And how big is, like the mobile market is still pretty huge, but it also, the platform has to fit the style of games that you have. That's one of the biggest drawbacks I've always had with like tablet games or phone games is I can't stand not having controller.
Yeah.
And that's why the Switch works so well for me. But, I will go ahead and say I actually bought the Switch more so for its fact that it could be taken on the road with fully fledged games, like not like indie
You're playing
games.
Breath of the Wild on the console part and taking the same game. Yeah.
Exactly. Like you get to play real games, like fucking full console-based games on the go. I took it today, as a matter of fact. I was playing Mario Kart out in my car while I was waiting for my wife to get out of one of her appointments, and I thought it was the best thing ever. Like that was my selling feature for the Switch. If the Switch didn't have that portable aspect to it, I don't think I'd even have invested in it. Certainly not at $399 price point, but that was a selling feature for me. But
That's
anyway,
a good point, man.
I'm just saying that's where I kind of sit on it. If they did it, be cool, but I don't expect we'll see something like that.
Cool. Anybody else? Or we want to move on? All right, moving on. So Master Yoda should Xbox pick up the Hitman franchise, or is the franchise dead? I mean, if they have the money and the means to, definitely, I would pick up IO Interactive and go ahead and make Hitman games. Maybe not make it episodic, do a full-on new reboot of the game or something like that. Absolutely. I think that's all a win-win for anybody that picks up that development studio and IP.
Yeah.
I would hope
I
that
don't know
whoever
if-
does. Okay. I would hope that whoever picks it up has some idea and wants to know, and it's gonna know what to do with it instead of someone who buys it and doesn't know and it's gonna do the same thing. Then no, don't do that.
I was going to say that I don't think that anybody is going to pick up the studio just on Hitman alone. But based off of, I'm looking up IO Interactive right now to see what else they've done in the past. Hitman seems to be their big thing. I mean, they had like Kane and Lynch, which was a pretty good series, and Mini Ninjas. We were talking about that earlier. I mean, I think Hitman is a great IP to pick up, but I don't know if somebody's going to buy IO Interactive just for the IP and then, not necessarily pick up all the developers. So I wish them the best of luck, and I hope they find a home.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Microsoft or Sony is going to go after them as a first-party studio just for Hitman by itself. I think another third-party developer, though, I think that there is a future for IO Interactive with them. I don't expect this to go to either Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo. I don't think the big three are going to pick them up as a first-party studio.
What do you think? But what do you think? It was Square Enix, right? That was publishing the IO stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would you think a massive publisher like them would ditch that? I mean, it might not be a franchise that's up there on, say, the same sales level or reputation level as Call of Duty, but Hitman does have quite a following. It seems to do relatively well each and every time they bring out a game. So why would you think they would drop?
That's what we didn't understand either, man. Like I didn't understand that at all. Like, why would you drop that? And like we were saying too, like the financial calls and all that kind of stuff, it seemed like the episodic thing worked out in their favor. So I'm not sure either.
Yeah, no, I can't figure it out unless there was some sort of a conflict that was coming up that we don't know about from some potentially unreleased, games that are coming out in the future. Maybe something to do with that Marvel deal. Maybe Disney and Marvel didn't like the idea of the Hitman franchise being published by the same company that was publishing the new Avengers games or whatever they're going to be making for Marvel. I mean, that could have played into it because, when Disney and Marvel, when they have some sort of sway, like that's a lot of sway. So,
Yeah.
if they're going to say like, hey, you need to drop this this franchise, then, I could see Square Enix dropping them because of that.
Or do you think sometimes, when they have those meetings, those boardroom meetings, when they're talking about bringing out a big game, like sometimes the publisher will try to dictate where, say, a developer goes with its game or how they should sell it, and maybe there was an internal conflict, like maybe they didn't want to really do the episodic stuff, maybe they wanted to go the tradition. You never really know, but you got to at least put it out on the table that sometimes the publishers, like obviously Activision seems to have a large chunk of how Destiny is rolled out to the public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not just what Bungie wants to do. It's kind of really where Activision wants to take it. It's their IP, but they control the marketing and they control how the game is going to go out to the public and stuff like that. So
yeah, I think it's probably like something internal or something like that. I don't think it was because the game did bad. Same with Mass Effect. I don't think the game did bad. I don't think it was anything like that. It's just business, I guess, man.
Gotta allocate the resources where it's needed.
Microsoft's big mistake was Microsoft should have snapped up that franchise back after the first game. They should have fucking owned it.
Yeah, they should have had BioWare. They should have been their studios. Yeah.
Big mistake, Microsoft, kicking you in the ass now.
Yeah, they are.
What was it between Knights of the Old Republic and the first Mass Effect? So yeah, there's no reason BioWare shouldn't have become a first party studio.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, I'm happy that other gamers beyond only Xbox gamers have gotten to play the rest of the Mass Effect franchise.
That's true.
So
absolutely.
It's like there's the negatives no matter which way you look at it.
Yeah.
True.
Either way. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Again, thank you so much. We had over like 150 people watching us at one point. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you for all the support every week. You guys rock. I'm going to let all these awesome gamers go ahead and shout out what they got going on, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. What you got going on, Fox?
What? Nothing much. Gonna do Foxy Deals after this. I'm getting all lazy and whatnot on my channel, so I gotta do like 5 videos this week or something, because I've been slacking and I haven't done a video in 2 weeks. Sorry, guys. But I do want to stream, so I'll probably stream with SheWulf, my homegirl.
Sweet.
And then I'll do Ladies' Night next week or something with SheWulf, or I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'll be back on here next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. What to everybody in the chat for joining us, and thanks to everybody who's listening later on. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, Mr. Solo. I hope you all enjoyed the show too. What about you, Mike? What you got going on, dude?
Not a whole lot planned so far, but all my contact information is down in the description below. You've got my Twitter, my Beam, my Xbox Live gamer tag. It's all Magic Mike 83 all across the board. Trying to make it all centralized, make it easy for people to find me. I'll probably be streaming the next Mortal Kombat X tournament round whenever we get that scheduled on my Beam channel, so be sure to check it out there. Go ahead and subscribe. You'll get the notification for it. Other than that, you can find me here every Tuesday night on Gamers Knows Best channel doing the Console Corner podcast, my favorite night of the week.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What about you, Newf? What you got going on, dude? Did you finish up that Mass Effect?
Man, I'm going to be at that for the rest of the year.
Know,
it's
dude.
like a little bit at a time. That game is just massive, but hence the Mass Effect, right? Pardon the pun. You know what, guys? Honestly, I do need to get back to my channel. I do need to do some more videos. I've just been kind of like, when you're
Those
on a bunch
snippets,
of
bro. I love
podcasts
those,
throughout-
man.
when you're on a bunch podcasts throughout the week, you sort of like, by the time you go to roll your own show, you kind of get lost as to what the hell I'm going to talk about and how I'm going to do it differently. But with saying that, I've been getting a lot of love and support for Cletus lately. Thinking of maybe doing some Google Hangout podcasts when I can find a good time, and just kind of have an open room where people can pop in and go one-on-one with Cletus and talk shit and things like that. And
Cool.
I'd like to just see how it goes. Maybe it goes somewhere, maybe it doesn't. But like I said, there is some support out there for it. I know there's some haters too, but hey, that comes with the turf. And
yeah, but it'd be hilarious to listen to Cletus like talk dumb to friggin'
Whoever jumps in the
like haters. Like if people want to be stupid and be haters, it'd be hilarious to listen to like him own them.
Entertaining as
yeah,
fuck.
that could be. So I'm thinking about messing around with that. Spit Pits, yeah, I'm thinking I'm definitely overdue for one of those. But outside of the channel, yeah, I got to get back to catching up on some major gaming. I got a lot of games on the PS4 too that I haven't even finished Horizon Zero Dawn, and I got to get back to that. There's just so many games: Mass Effect, Resident Evil 7. The list goes on and on and on. I sound like a broken record every week, but anyway, lots of games, good times, man. Anyway, it's good to be here. Again, thanks for everybody hanging out in the chat. And again, a big thank you to everybody that after it's done, we really appreciate all your support.
Absolutely. What about you, SheWulf?
I'll be streaming a new game tomorrow, which is actually friends of who everyone knows, Xbox Pope. He recommended this game. So I'll announce the title tomorrow and so on. And then I'll be streaming with Fox. And then, I don't know. Hopefully streaming the rest of the week.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'm so lost. But either way, you can find me on Twitter and Xbox Live at xSHEWulFx with a U, not an O. Seems that's my new tagline, apparently.
Yep.
Hell yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, and watch for the donation to save my ass. And no.
Oh
Kidding,
my
I'm
god.
kidding. Well,
Donate
Kickstarter,
for that
sorry.
booty.
It's a Kickstarter. My bad. No, anyways. But yeah, so just, come hang out. Check out our Discord, by the way, guys. We love to just chat and have fun in there. So come join us and, don't be shy. Come hang out.
Yeah, share some GIF. Hell yeah.
You can see Craps Millhouse ones like every 5 seconds.
Every morning.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I'm the Governor. You can find me on Gamers Knows Best on YouTube and Twitter. Thank you again so much. We're going to be on Xbox Nation tomorrow and probably on the Shop Podcast on Saturday. Not sure what's going on yet this week. Going to be working on some vlogs. Everybody's been yelling at me to get those done, so I am working on them. I promise. I'll get some out.
Not.
Yes, I am.
You
don't say that.
He says that
She
the
always
last
puts
two-
you out there. Damn.
I actually am, but I don't work on when I'm at home. I'm trying to spend time with the family and all that kind of good stuff. But love you guys. You guys are fantastic. Again, thank you so much for the support every week. You guys rock. We do this for you, so thank you so much. And we will see you next time. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later, have a good night.